Hello and welcome to the JB&M Sports Fanatic channel. What's good with you? And so here we go, Monday Night Football here. We've got the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers right now in this AFC North Divisional playoff rivalry game here. And so kickoff on the way. Pittsburgh kicks it off, no return by the Browns. And so Deshaun Watson and company will take over from their own 25-yard line here. And we're going to see what Cleveland can do here. And again, Cleveland has an opportunity here. If they can come out here and get this win here, they can take a decent lead here over the Steelers in the division. And obviously, it's still early in the season, but this is certainly one that you have an opportunity to take. Let's see what they do. And again, one of the big questions was going to be Amari Cooper. Was he going to be able to go out here and play this game or not? And it seems like he's going to be able to play today. So we'll see the type of impact that he has in this one. And so they're going to line up 5 wide from your own 25-yard line. Takes a snap, looking, throws it. And it's picked off on the first play of the game. Are you serious? Are you serious? Wow. So a pick six in which it went off the receiver hands, it went off the DB hands, and it went to the linebacker who said, I'll take it all the way for a touchdown. Wow. Lewis, what's good with you? How are you doing? How are you doing? I hope all is well. But man, that is insane. First play of the game offensively goes back for a pick six. Braden, what's good with you? What's good with you? Man, this is not what you want. If you're Cleveland right now, this is not how you want to start off the game right now. That is absolutely insane. Insane to have a start like that. JB didn't even get time to put the poll question up, and it's already happened. But wow, a pick six here. Insane. All right, let's get the poll question set up here. And so Pittsburgh with the touchdown. Lewis said you took Pitt +4. Okay. Well, hey, you're happy about that. Let's see. Go ahead and get the poll question up. Braden says that Alex Highsmith is underrated. I agree with that. I know Carmichael is happy right now. But Braden, how's your fantasy football team looking right now? Kickoff about to be on the way once again. And let's see if this time, no return by the Browns here, so they'll take over again. And this time they're hoping that they'll put points on the board for themselves this time as opposed to Pittsburgh. But that's not how you want to start this game off at all. You completely just gave this team so much energy, and this is not a team that you want to give energy to, motivation, all of that stuff. But let's see how the Browns respond here after Deshaun Watson just threw that pick there. Let's see what they do here. So they're going to line up here with 1 tight end, 3 receivers, 1 back in the backfield. Receiver goes in motion. Going to give it to Nick Chubb, and Nick Chubb is going to pick up 3 yards on the carry. Braden says it's good, won easily this week. And so, hey, JB's right there with you. JB's right there with you. It was a fairly easy victory this week, but I'm still upset. I'm still upset, Braden, because I look at the other teams in my division and, they're still putting up a lot of points. They're putting up a lot of points. I need to be able to outscore them sometimes too. So my team still has to be better. Right now, I need Justin Herbert to give me a little bit more. I need A.J. Brown. It's that simple. I need A.J. Brown to get with the program here. Stop giving Devontae Smith all of your points if you're watching this A.J. Brown, and at least get me 20-something points at least. You were my first pick, so at least help me out with that, because watching Devontae Smith get 41 points in our league? Insane. Insane. All right, so just waiting to play here. 2nd and 7. Elijah Moore goes in motion. Watson gets the snap out of the shotgun, looking, throws it, gets the completion there to Moore, but he's going to be short. 3rd down coming up. So we got 3rd and short coming up. Again, Pittsburgh leading this one 7-0, despite the fact that Pittsburgh offense has not touched the field yet. All right, so we got 3rd and 1. Tillman goes in motion. Watson's bootlegging. Watson throws it and gets the completion there. That's going to be a 1st down, and guess who? That's right, Amari Cooper. And so if you got Amari Cooper in fantasy football, maybe you went ahead and actually filled up all of your slots thinking that he wasn't going to play today. It's always tough with those Monday Night Football games when it comes to fantasy football, not knowing if he's going to play or not. Braden says the Packers choke. Oh, man, I know Black Medicine is going to come in, and he is going to be going insane that his Falcons beat the Packers. I totally forgot about that aspect of it there. All right, here we go, 1st and 10. Watson up under center, going to pitch it out there to Chubb, and Chubb outruns the defender there, and still in his feet, picks up 6 yards on the play. Nick Chubb with the carry. I got Nick Chubb in my other fantasy football league as well, so Chubb on. All right, Chubb heads to the sideline. All right, so we got 2nd and 4. Quick pass, gets the completion and a 1st down, and he's slowing down at about the 41-yard line, but that's a 1st down here for the offense. And that is David Bell. All right, so the Browns moving the ball here at the Pittsburgh 42-yard line. Moore goes in motion. Watson takes the snap, quick pass, caught there. Peoples-Jones, and he's going to fight for about 7 yards on the play. Donovan Peoples-Jones takes it to the Pittsburgh 34-yard line. Now we got 2nd and 3 coming up here. So 2nd and 3. Again, 1st quarter, 11 minutes, 34 seconds to go. Right now on this drive, Watson is 4 of 4 with 32 yards after that initial interception for a pick 6. Play fake, looking, Watson, moving, Watson, gonna run, and he'll stumble out of bounds at about the 26-yard line, but that will be a 1st down for the Cleveland Browns. Let's see, Lewis says, told you Packers wasn't going to win. You do get to say that, Lewis. You do get to say that. But, Lewis, what's wrong with the Bears? What is going on with the Bears? You've taken the under so much that the Bears, they're stuck in under right now. Like, what's going on with the Bears? All right, here we go. 1st and 10. Takes the snap. Gonna give it to Chubb, and Chubb gonna pick up about 3-4 yards on the play. 2nd and 7 coming up here at the Pittsburgh 24-yard line. 10 minutes and 25 seconds to go here in the 1st quarter of play with Pittsburgh leading this one 7-0, but a nice drive so far by the Cleveland Browns. So far, 8 plays, 51 yards, and over 4 minutes in terms of time possession off the clock. So we got 2nd and 8. Watson up under center. Snaps it, gives it to the back. And Nick Chubb looking like he's going to pick up the 1st down here. But wait a minute, we got a penalty. Lewis says, same old Bears, slow start. Braden says, yeah, what is wrong with the Bears? I can't say anything, Lewis. I can't. We like to play from behind. We like to play from behind. I have no idea what's going on, but the fact that we had to look at a replay to see if a lineman got the first down for us or not at the end of the game, that tells me everything I need to know so far. Like that's just we're always playing catch up. It's just not good. It's just not good. All right, but now we've got 2nd and 17. That's right, 2nd and 17 after the penalty. 9 minutes and 45 seconds to go here. Shotgun formation for the Cleveland Browns. They're currently right now at the Pittsburgh 34-yard line. Pittsburgh showing pressure. Watson's in a shotgun. 6 seconds right now in the play clock. He snaps the ball. They're going to feed it to Chubb. And Chubb, he knows what to do with it here. Picks up 9 yards on the play. 3rd down coming up. I can always count on Nick Chubb to come through from it. Believe it. Okay. And so, Mike says, JB, pleasant surprise. What's good with you, Mike? How are you? All right, 3rd and 8. Pittsburgh drops a lot of guys back. Watson throws it incomplete. So excellent job there in coverage for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And that's going to bring up 4th down and a field goal unit for Cleveland. Again, Cleveland, they had ended up dropping Cade York. And so we'll see what Dustin Hopkins can do. Can he give them 3 points here? And so Mike says Josh Allen. And so, hey, Mike, I said that he was going to rebound this game and that he's going to take it out on the poor Las Vegas Raiders. Mike says he's sober again. He's sobered up. Meanwhile, field goal is up. Field goal is good from 43 yards out. Give that kicker 3 points. And man, my man Allen over there sobering up. I like it. I like it. Absolutely like it. Lewis says Niners. And so, yeah, hey, the Niners. Hey, well, what about Kyron Williams for the Rams, though? I mean, hey, shout out to him. He looked great out there for the Rams. I mean, Cam Akers, he better move his acres somewhere else and stuff like that and start farming there because it's not going to happen with the Rams. It's just not going to happen. Kyron has that job on lock now. But how do you guys feel about the hit on Travis Hunter? How do you guys feel about that hit? Let me know your thoughts in the comment. If you guys watched the game, and if you didn't watch the game, take a good 20 seconds to check out that hit on Travis Hunter. How did you guys feel about that hit? Let me know here in the chat as we're currently right now at the commercial right now. And it's been, well, Pittsburgh leads right now 7-3, but Pittsburgh's offense has not touched the field just yet, which is not going to help JB accomplish his goals at all today, but absolutely. Let's see, Mike says, which is better, watching paint dry, Derek Carr or Bryce Young? I will say, obviously, Bryce Young, because he's exciting to watch. Let's see, Mike says, Miles Sanders is not who you thought he was, and so, well, what can I say? What can I say, Mike? That's why he was not on my fantasy football radar at all. He really wasn't. Because, like, the fact that the Eagles didn't use him in the Super Bowl, like, at all in the biggest game of the year, that told me everything I need to know, that they kept relying on Kenneth Gainwell and so forth. And plus, when they picked up Rashard Penny, too, I was like, all right, things can get crazy back there. Let's see. Brandon says, hey, it's your boy E. And let's see, Brandon says it was a dirty hit. And so, oh yeah, without question. Without question. My brother was so heated. He was so heated with that. Let's see, Brandon says, but the player who did it didn't deserve death threats. And so, yeah, it's never to that point. He clearly was trying to send a message. Like, he clearly was trying to send a message. It clearly was a late hit, dirty hit. But I don't think that that's the result that he wanted to give him and stuff like that. He just wanted to send a message and stuff like that. Heat of the game, rivalry game. you're pretty much feeling like you guys are the villain, us against the world and stuff like that. And so trying to send a message there, but did it the totally like he went too far, went too far. Let's see. Mike says never sign running back to a second contract. He says the Colts won, huh? And so yeah, Indianapolis won. They did. They beat Houston there, despite the fact that Anthony Richardson got hurt very early. In which, if Anthony Richardson doesn't get hurt, I think he gets 40 plus points in fantasy football at that rate. Because my man was running and throwing and running and running. Oh wow, what a play! All right, so here we go in the first quarter play with 8 minutes and 46 seconds to go. Pickett looking, throws it, gets the completion. All right, he's going to pick up about 8 yards on the play, and that is Allen Robinson. Again, they're going to be without Dante Johnson for some weeks, at least 4 weeks here, as he is on the IR, so they'll have to do without him. But we'll see how this offense looks. You know, it's going to give guys like Calvin Austin III an opportunity to go out there and see what he's made of. But this should be interesting here. His team's up 7-3. Lines up in the shotgun. Pickett throws it. Incomplete. Third down coming up. So we got 3rd and 3. Again, 8 minutes and 12 seconds to go here in the first quarter of play. 3rd and 3, shotgun formation. Takes a snap, throws it. Oh, he threw an interception. He threw an interception. Oh, my word. Wow. Wow. Mike says Patriots officially cut Matt Corral. Braden says Kenny Pickett shaking his head. You say, I hear Stinson Bennett in bad way. You say Richardson best rookie. And so, but man, what a play by the Cleveland defense who says, hey, we can get picks also. They said we can make plays too. So look at that. He read the quarterback eyes the entire time, and he pretty much gift wrapped that one. Look at that. You can see he's looking at the quarterback the entire time. Excellent job. And yeah, Pickens, now that you don't have Johnson out there, Pickens is going to be guarded, and it is going to be very difficult to get him the ball. 1st and 10. Looking. Watson, feeling pressure, goes down for the sack. That's going to bring up 2nd down coming up. All right, so now we've got 2nd and 17. Out of the shotgun. Throws it short. Caught by Njoku, and he's going to pick up a yard on the play. 3rd down coming up. So 7 minutes and 15 seconds to go here in the first quarter of play. 3rd and 16. Again, both Monday night games are playing right now. We've also got the Saints and the Panthers. The fact that we have 2 of them going on at the same time. Let's see, Mike says Browns uniform lit. So, all right, so Mike likes it. I bet Carmichael doesn't like it, though. Watson throws it. Incomplete. Intended for Elijah Moore there, but incomplete. And that's going to bring up 4th down. Mike says Bryce stinks, JB. Why didn't you tell the Panthers? Hey, I mean, I told him to take C.J. Stroud. I told him to do that. But nah, I mean, it's very early. Plenty of football to be played this season. But We'll see if they get that going or not. All right, a 43-yard field goal attempt coming up. Kick is up, and the kick is, no good. He missed it. He missed the field goal, so they're not going to be able to capitalize off the turnover. Comes away with nothing. Oh, my goodness. And so Mike says pick it mid. And so, oh, man, missed the field goal opportunity. That was going to hurt. So now the defense have to go out there, see if they can make another play when we come back from the commercial. Again, 6 minutes and 38 seconds to go here in the first quarter of play, with Pittsburgh leading right now 7-3. And they'll take over from their own 33-yard line. Lewis says good miss, which indicates that Lewis took the under. Good miss. Let's see. Mike says I'll start talking about the Bengals not being good if they're 0-5. The Bengals get off to a slow start. We saw it last year. If you can remember last year, the Bengals got off to a slow start. It didn't look as bad that first game as here, but I felt like in that fourth quarter, Joe Burrow finally got it going a little bit in that fourth quarter and stuff like that. So I think the Bengals will be fine moving forward and stuff like that. And as the year goes on, they'll get better and better. Let's see. Mike says the Chiefs are back, and so it wasn't as pretty. It wasn't as pretty, but you're right. They got the job done. Seattle, big time win for Seattle, bouncing back and getting that W versus the Lions, because that's going to be critical. We saw last year how it came down to pretty much those two teams. So for Seattle to win that game and stuff like that, that was big for them to get a win. They could not afford to go down 0-2 right now to start off, so that was huge for them. How about the fact that Tampa Bay is 2-0, guys? How about that? I mean, talk about getting off to a quick start there. 2-0 for Tampa Bay. Didn't the entire, NFC North lose? Like, everybody in the NFC North lost? All right, so here we go in the first quarter, 6 minutes, 38 seconds to go. Let's see. Lewis says, no, you have Pittsburgh +4. That's right. That's right. And let's see. Mike says, Panthers have slight chance still. Carr stinks. And they give it to Najee Harris. And I don't even know why we bother giving him the ball at this point. I mean, Najee Harris, I remember when he was getting drafted, a lot of people thought he was going to be that guy, and we're still waiting on him to develop to be that guy. But he lost 3 yards on the play there. And so, Pringles, what's good with you? How are you doing? How are you? Mike says the Bears stink. He says Baker's best. Meanwhile, they give it to Najee Harris, and Harris gets back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more and nothing less. So third down coming up here, 3rd and long. And so let's see. Mike says Bears stinks. And so Pringle says, yeah. And so appreciate you coming through. Mike says the Packers super stink. And you say the Vikings are terrible. And so last year the Vikings won so many close games. This year, though, they are losing so many close games, and so that's not what you want it to be like. But here we go, 3rd and 13. They got Jalen Warren in the game here for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Takes the snap, and they're going to stop the play because of a false start here on the offense, which is going to back them up 5 yards even further. And now they're looking at 3rd and 18 from the Pittsburgh 25-yard line. Mike says the Lions are choke artists, and so... But it was a good game, though. It was a thriller. Back and forth, it was a thriller. And so I guess Pittsburgh said we still got to try to run the ball, but yeah, you got to do better than that. Let's see. Mike says the Vikings a terrible D roster. All right, so here we go. 3rd and 18. Takes the snap, throws it to Warren, who gets it. He's still on his feet, and he's going to be about 2 yards shy of what would have been the first down. But already, you can see that Warren just coming in the game. I like it when Jalen Warren's in the game for the Steelers. Now they will have to punt the ball here, but maybe that's something that they should look at moving forward. So we got 4th down coming up here, 4th and 2. Again, 4 minutes and 32 seconds to go here in the first quarter of play. Punt's on the way. And it is going to take a bounce. And Pittsburgh's going to down it within the 5-yard line. And that is where Cleveland will take over within the 5. Mike says Geno's still super good. Mike says 6-3 at halftime. You sure you don't want to be that quarterback, JB? And so I'm good. I'm good. I am good. But nah, 6-3 is kind of exactly how I figured this game would be going so far. I took one look at that matchup, and I was like, yep, that game is going to be a low-scoring field goal kind of game. Bring your defense. Yeah. JB was like, let's shoot for this Pittsburgh and Browns game instead. And again, we are right now currently at the commercial here. Again, here in the first quarter, 4 minutes and 14 seconds to go, and the Browns will take over from their own 5-yard line. So an opportunity right now, if you're Pittsburgh, if you can get a 3 and out, or yet even better, get a turnover or something like that, you can get really good field position here. Again, Pittsburgh scored by way of their defense here, so their defense would love to score again. So let's see if that's going to be the case. Mike says Jamal Williams Saints questionable, and so oh man, he got hurt. You hate to see it. Hate to see it. You say Shaq Thompson out. You say Austin Eckler stunk. Austin Eckler, he didn't even play, right? Austin Eckler, I thought he didn't even play last week. I think I believe he was supposed to be out anyways. All right, so here we go for Cleveland from their own 5-yard line. Heavy formation here, a lot of tight ends. Receiver goes in motion. Chubb in the backfield. Takes the snap, feeds it to Chubb, and Chubb running hard there, picks up 7 yards on the play. You just can't stop a train when it's in motion, and that's exactly how Nick Chubb runs the football. 5 carries, 28 yards so far in this one. With 3 minutes and 52 seconds left to go, 2nd and 3 for the offense. Gives it to Chubb, and Chubb goes down. And so T.J. Watt and company get to him, and that time it looked like Watt just put a hand out there and just brought him down. 3rd and 4. Chubb actually lost a yard on that play. And so actually he did just stick a hand out there and got to him. Wow, very impressive there. Must be one strong hand. All right, so we got 3rd and 4. If I was Watson here, I'd probably look to throw the Chubb out the backfield, let him go to work. Because Pittsburgh looks like they are bringing some pressure here. Takes the snap, looking, throws it, and oh, that's going to be a completion there. And we got a penalty. Mike says Amari Cooper. And so Patrick Peterson not liking this. Not one bit. And that time, Coop just went to work. Let's see, Mike says Gardner Johnson torn pec. All right, 2 minutes and 51 seconds to go here in the first quarter of play. So we got a first down for Cleveland. Big first down, too, in terms of just making sure that they do not surrender good field position, keep the drive going. They feed it to Chubb, and Chubb doing what he does. Look at Chubb. Oh, man, talk about moving mountains out there. All the way to the 49-yard line. A big run there of 20 yards for Nick Chubb. If he would have just kept his footing there, who knows? Let's see, Mike says Chubb special like King Henry. You say Harris and Murray tore it up. Yeah, old man could have used Harris in his starting lineup. I think he started Zeke instead, and that was not the right decision. 1st and 10. Feeds it again to Chubb, and Chubb still running. And look at him. He's going to be near that first down marker. But, man, Chubb is just bouncing off of people right now. And that's just how he runs. 9 yards on the play. And look at that. The highest yards per rush with 500-plus rushes in the Super Bowl era. And Nick Chubb, 5.3. I had no idea that Jamal Charles would be second on that list. I did not know that. Huh. They feed it to the back, and yeah, he's going to be short. 3rd down coming up, and that was Jerome Ford with the carry. So we got 3rd and 1 coming up. Mike says, JB, I told old Zeke looked old. Yeah, I mean, he put his faith in him. I hope it doesn't cost him this week because he's in a close matchup. That still hasn't been decided yet. All right, so we got 3rd and 1. Watson, play fake, looking. Watson, stiff arm. Watson throws it. And that is going to be incomplete. So we got 4th and 1. Great stop there by Pittsburgh, first of all. Yeah, that's a ball you got to hold on to. That's a ball you got to hold on to right there if you're Elijah Moore. You just got to hold on to that one. You say you hate 2 games at the same time. And so, yeah, it's tough. I'm surprised that they did that, really. 4th and 1. Looking, Watson, gonna pick up the first. He looked like he thought about pitching it, but then he found a creek and he went in there and he got the first down. And that's going to take us to the end of the first quarter. So let's see, Mike says, thank you for your Harris. We have never had an up the middle running back before. And so, well, you guys are welcome. You guys are welcome. All right, so we are at the end of the first quarter. And our score right now, Pittsburgh 7, Cleveland 3. But it's Cleveland who's had the ball for pretty much the entire first quarter. Again, one quarter in the book, and so far in this one, Deshaun Watson 6 of 10 for 50 yards and an interception, while Kenny Pickett is 2 of 4 for 22 yards and an interception. So both quarterbacks got an interception early in this one. Biggest difference so far, rushing yards though, as Nick Chubb has 8 carries for 56 yards, while Najee Harris has 2 carries for -3 yards. And just a reminder that Najee Harris was Carmichael's first pick in fantasy football. Oh, man. You said every time Harris broke one, the stadium cheered. Oh, I bet. I bet. I bet. Oh, I should have this. My opponent is starting Najee Harris. That's great news. Great news. Okay. Mike says, thank you, JB. Clap, 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 clap. Oh, man. There'll be no thank yous from JB to Cowboy Nation right now. Ooh, looking at that, Watson looks like he had lost the ball. Yeah, just looking at that replay there. Again, second quarter here, about to be on the way. But there was a challenge, and great job for him to pick that one up. Braden says, did good in my pick'ems again. And so, oh man, Braden, I haven't even looked to see how did JB do so far this week. But I will have to check mine. I really will have to check mine. And again, the ruling on the field was a first down. It's a long replay. Let's see. Mike says, Buffalo Radio asks Patriot fans, would you rather Mac playing good or lose or garbage and win? Well, of course, garbage and win. Braden says win 11-3 so far. Braden, you've been gifted the script right now. That's what's going on. You know who's actually going to win. But one, you were not going to pick your team to lose, even though you knew that was going to happen. Two, you were not going to pick, I guess, well, all the teams in your division lost, so I don't know the other ones, but that was one. All right, this is a long replay. Can we, like, get on from it? And again, just awaiting that. Braden says, yeah, you got the script. Well, Braden, I mean, if that's the case, you should be killing it in fantasy football. Speaking of which, JB's looking for a clean sweep today. And thanks to the fact that my opponent has Najee Harris and I've got Nick Chubb, and I'm already up by about 23 points, I'm feeling good. CJ Stroud, shout out to CJ Stroud having one heck of a game this weekend. Even though they lost, but he did great. So the call is reversed. Ooh, okay. So they reversed the call. Let's see. Mike says third fumble by Bryce Young. He's not impressed. Mike is not impressed. He says he needs to do some running back drills or something to hold on to the ball. Something. I'm not going to lie. JB took me over on Kenny Pickett throwing the ball over 30 times. I sort of need Pittsburgh to get the ball and start throwing the ball if they would be so kind for JB. Let's see, Mike says Panthers spent extra first and DJ Moore to skip over Stroud. That is true. I did one mock draft and had Stroud name even mentioned, and everybody was just all upset. Oh, we've got a penalty here. Got a false start. That's going to move the offense going in reverse right now. They are not doing themselves any favor at this time. I'm sorry, did it take us all the way back to the first quarter? I'm just noticing like all the way back to the first quarter. Wow. All right, so we got first and 15. Shotgun formation. Looking. Throws it. Gets the completion. Oh, that's going to be, I believe that's a fumble now. Well, if it is a fumble, they lost it again, and nobody wants the ball. Nobody wants the ball. That's insane. That's just pure Looney Tune right there. I don't even know what's going on right now. But Pickett's in a slump. Pickett's in a slump. Braden says, what was that? Mike says, penalty canceled out, latest fumble, Panthers ball back. And so he says, thank you for the yellow hanky. We'll take it. We'll take it, Mike. We will take it. Oh man, yeah, he got rocked on that one. Oh yeah, when Denzel Ward comes in like that, you're gonna feel it. And man, I mean, my goodness. I guess it's just not meant for Pittsburgh to have the ball offensively for very long in this one. Wow. Braden says he thinks it's incomplete. Braden says he thinks it's incomplete. Well, I know what Carmichael's thinking right now, Braden. Yeah, Carmichael would agree with you. Come on, how many times are we going to head to the booth? How many times are we going to head to the booth? This better be fast. Mike says, in your face, Carmichael. He's like, he knows you're watching. All right, so Cleveland with the football again. First and 10, but at Pittsburgh 18-yard line. They're going to give it to Chubb here, and Chubb, fighting for 3 yards on the play, will take us to the conclusion of the first quarter for Will this time. And so 7-3 is our score in a game that has just been kind of. These guys need to wake up. They need to wake up. And so Phoenix, what's good with you? How are you? And Phoenix says, JB Nation and members, what's good with you? I hope that everybody's week is off to a great start here, that everybody had a good Monday. And so let's see. Mike says NFL refs. He said NFL Dandino. And so let's see. Mike says Phoenix is here. That's right. Phoenix is here. And now that Phoenix is here, maybe things will start to make sense for us. You know, maybe we can make sense of what's really happening right now. But man, the first quarter, to think that Pittsburgh's up 7-3, despite the fact that Pittsburgh really hasn't had the ball long at all. It's been pretty much all Cleveland. That is insane. But the fact that Pittsburgh's still leading at the end of the first quarter. Braden says, JB, I sent you something. Oh my. Oh my. I should be afraid. I should be afraid, Braden. I should be afraid. Let's see. That's hilarious. That is hilarious. And I know he is flipping out. Let's see. Phoenix says Sky Moore had one big catch Sunday. Kadarius Tooney, he did all right, didn't he? I feel like Kadarius Tooney did pretty decent. But Sky Moore, I don't know what more does Sky Moore need. I mean, he's been a letdown. Like he's been a letdown. I know it's just 2 games in, but yeah, that is hilarious right there. Hilarious. Oh man, he's not the only one though. A lot of those fantasy owners who own Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase are feeling the same way. Ravens so Skyward played better yesterday. And that pass gets completed. So you know who, Amari Cooper. And so cool. Picks up 12 yards on the play. He says, I'm just cooping with him. So we have first and goal here for Cleveland, who's trailing right now 7-3. Washington's not going to give it to Chubb, and Chubb, he's going to be about 3 yards shy on the play. Oh, man, this is not good. Not good at all. Chubb holding his knee. Got a Pittsburgh player down as well. But this is not good. Not good at all. JB's fantasy team right now holding his breath, having just lost David Montgomery, cannot afford to lose Nick Chubb also, especially. See, this is what happens on primetime matchups and stuff like that. These kind of things tend to happen a lot on primetime matchups. Let's see, Braden says Nick Chubb got injured bad. That's, oh man, you hate to see it. You hate to see it. You just hate to see it. Definitely hoping that it's not as bad as it seems, but oh man. Who's the Pittsburgh player that was down? How much time is left in that Saints and Carolina game? Let's see. Mike says, who Steelers 39? Was that 39? Was that like, that's not Fitzpatrick number. I'm trying to think who is 39. Or is it Minka Fitzpatrick? All right, so JB is looking. Oh man, so Nick Chubb being carted off the field. And so you hate to see that. Hate to see that. Brady says all the terrible injuries happen on Monday Night Football. Meanwhile, Watson Watson throws it for Ford, and Ford gets the touchdown. But man, that is just wow. So, but they did cap it off on the touchdown. So now Cleveland takes the lead. They're up 9-7. Extra point is good, but there is a penalty. Well, that completely changes things. Let's see. Mike says, JB, why didn't you tell me that Miles is mid? JB did put a warning out there about Miles Sanders. Someone asked me a while back about Miles Sanders, and I was just like, I mean, I feel like he was in a good situation, as in not having to split carries really too much, but he's not that guy. He's not that guy. All right, but the Browns are going to go for 2 here. And Ford gets it in there. All right, so 11-7 right now is the score with the Cleveland Browns on top. Here in the second quarter with 14 minutes and 2 seconds to go. I can just imagine Carmichael right now. Let's see, Mike says, Mingo drop, great pass. Again, we are currently right now at the commercial here. All right, and again, still early stages of the second quarter, still with over 14 minutes to go. Kickoff on the way. Browns up 11-7 right now. No return on this one. Oh my gosh, they say that the injury was so gruesome that they chose not to show the replay on ABC. Oh my gosh. Oh, Nick Chubb. All right, so we got a pass and a completion here. About 5 yards from the play for Allen Robinson the second. Second and 5. And they give it to Najee. Picks up 2 yards on the play. Let's see, Mike says 4th and 1. You say 7 straight failed, 3rd down conversion. You say, can they pick up Young and throw him? Is that illegal? It's never been tested before, Mike. It's never been tested before. Oh, man, this is pure insanity. And in the league that I got Nick Chubb in, they're going to make me wait to have to do the whole waiver claim. They throw the ball here, and look at Jaylen Warren. He is still running, takes on the contact before they bring him down. Talk about an angry finish to the run. .12 minutes and 25 seconds to go here in the second quarter of play. Yeah, they just forgot about Jalen Warren. You can't do that. You just can't do it. They give it to him. He's going to lose a couple yards on the play. Mike says it's tied up 6-6. Okay, okay. So we got 2nd and 12 here. Again, Cleveland leading this one 11-7. In the second quarter of play for 11 minutes and 44 seconds to go. Throws it. Incomplete. It's going to bring up 3rd down here. 3rd and 12. So we got 3rd and 12. Pickett. Moving. Throws it. Incomplete. Just threw that one away. Incomplete. It's going to bring up 4th down here. So we got 4th and 12. All right, so the ball is bouncing and it goes inside the 10. And so once again, Cleveland have to take over from within their own 10. Let's see. Mike says Chubb done. TV from the pronouncers in horror. And so, oh man, yeah, that's hate to see that. Hate to see it. Hate to see it. Just over here thinking about what that means for Nick Chubb. That's just he's been so great, so like consistent. You just hate to see it. Hate to see it. And now Cleveland more than ever will have to fully rely on Deshaun Watson, essentially. We got 15 votes in the poll right now. Pittsburgh is leading the poll here. 60% say the Steelers will win this one. Again, plenty of time to go here before the half. But last time out there, Cleveland did score a touchdown and got a 2-point conversion. So we will see how things transpire moving forward. And again, we are still here at the commercial. All right, so Watson throws it and off the hands of Bryant. Incomplete. Bryant's been having some pretty big drops. I believe it was Bryant earlier in the game whose drop led to that pick six on the first play of the game. And you hate to see that for Nick Chubb. All right, 2nd and 10 shotgun here for the Browns. Watson moving around. Watson brought down for the sack, but there is a penalty. There is a penalty here in the second quarter with 11 minutes and 5 seconds to go. Here in the second quarter. And they're going to call offensive holding. So the Marvin Lewis sack will stand. And that'll bring up 3rd down. And so Mike says the leg from knee snap. So man, that's beyond awful. Beyond awful there. I mean, that just wow. 3rd and 12, and Watson throws that one, and he just has to throw that one there because Watt was coming. TJ Watt was coming. And so just like that, 4th down coming up. Let's see. Phoenix says, you went down a turnover rabbit hole Sunday. You say 12 is the NFL single game record, and I was close. And so, oh man, to think I was that close, it was 12. Okay. That sounds reasonable. Let's see. Brandon says, I haven't looked up the Chubb injury. You're not going to because it's disturbing. Let's see. Mike says, Olave, huge deep pass catch. And so, oh man, you can always count on Chris Olave to get you at least 1 to 2 of those a game, at least. And that's with a subpar quarterback. If they ever get an amazing quarterback, look out. Mike says, I hope 1 or 2 still attached, LCL or ACL. Give it to the back up the middle. And he's going to pick up 3 yards on the play. I'm sorry, they threw me off here. Why would they show? They're showing the double games again. It's throwing me off. Phoenix says Michael Jordan had the most games with 40-plus points and exactly 0 turnovers with 14 games. Whoa. And so now Najee Harris, and he's running, picks up 5 yards, which by his standards is a lot. 2nd and 5 coming up here. Cleveland from their own 34-yard line. Let's see, Mike says he's definitely done for the year. Let's hope not career. And so I really hope it's not career. But man, that's just, you hate to see it. All right, but we got 2nd and 5 here again, second quarter. With 10 minutes left to go here in the second, with the Browns leading right now 11-7, and Pickett's going to dump it short, and Najee Harris spins out of that first tackle there, gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that will be all. 3rd down coming up here, 3rd and 5. Nine minutes and 32 seconds to go here in the second. Pickett throws it incomplete. And that's going to bring up 4th down on the play. 4th and 5 coming up. Kick's on the way, and the kick is good. So with the field goal being good, the score right now is Cleveland up 11-10 here in the second quarter with 9 minutes and 11 seconds to go. Let's see, Braden says, time to bring Kareem Hunt back. And so, this hurts for so many reasons. So many reasons. Let's see, Mike says, touchdown Saints. Okay. I was about to say, was that Jones in the backfield? Kickoff on the way. All right, no return. Let's see, Mike says Kareem Hunt be like. All right, so let us see what the Cleveland offense can do here. Watson takes a snap, and they're going to feed the ball here with Ford. And Ford's going to pick up 4 yards on the play, taking to the Cleveland 29-yard line. Let's see, Mike says Stroud looked good. That's the worst part. And so 18 votes in, all right. And we're all tied up on the poll here. Okay, and the score right now, Browns up 11-10. This was close. 2nd and 6 here in the second quarter with 8 minutes and 42 seconds to go. Cleveland with the football right now. Shotgun formation, takes snap on the 29-yard line. Watson's going to keep it. Looking for some space there. Not going to find it. T.J. Watt and company, they're going to stop the play there. He's going to lose a yard on the play. 3rd down coming up. So now we've got 3rd and 7 from the Cleveland 28-yard line here, and they've got to find a way to get a first down and just start getting some positive momentum out there now. Obviously losing Nick Chubb took the air out of this offense, out of this team, but they've got to find a way now to move on. That's what Nick Chubb would want for them to continue to do, and they've got to find a way to get the first down here on 3rd and 7, and Deshaun Watson's got to find a way to start hitting these targets for some real yards here. He's got 65 yards so far from his own 28-yard line. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back, takes snap. Pittsburgh bringing pressure. Cleveland picks it up, and he throws it, and it's going to be caught, but they say out of bounds. And so he made the catch. They say out of bounds. Show us the replay. I need to see where his feet were on that one, but they say incomplete. Let's see. 1. That second foot came down on the line. You got to be able to make that play. Got to be able to make that play there. And so, Mr. Hot Slug, what's good with you? How are you doing? And you say Steelers stole slaves and turned them into football players? Ouch. Punt's on the way. All right, so we'll take over from this own 16-yard line. Let's see. Mike says APB missing. All right, so when we come back, Pittsburgh's going to take over from their own 18-yard line. And so they're trailing 11-10 right now. Remember, 7 of those points they did get from the defense on the first play of the game when Watson threw that pick 6, which really was not Watson's fault. Ball went off the receiver. And so, let's see, Mike says, if anyone see Burns, ask him. He might want to help. And so, absolutely. Absolutely. But again, we are here in the second quarter with 7 minutes and 41 seconds to go in this one. So far, Kenny Pickett, 6 of 11 for 57 yards through the air. Najee Harris, he's got 4 carries for 4 yards so far in this one. But Jalen Warren, he had the big catch earlier in this one. He's got 2 catches for 45 yards. All right, so how's that Saints and Carolina game looking now? Let's see. Mike says that is the most brutal football injury that you can remember, and so now we've had some brutal injuries out there. We did have some brutal injuries, but you hate to see it. You just hate to see it. And so Hostler says, hit that like button. Appreciate that and appreciate you, my guy. Appreciate you, my guy. Let's see, Mike says complete separate from the leg. And so, yeah, I mean, it's so bad. Obviously, cameras don't want to pick up on that there, but you always remember the risk when you go out there and you play football. It's stuff like this that always make you so concerned. Because, like, man, I'm literally one play away from everything that I've worked towards, everything that I've built my identity to be just being taken away, and just something that most of us don't even think about, just potentially losing it, which obviously hoping that that's, not that case to where I'd like to hear, like some type of a comeback story in the future, but obviously his season's done and he's got one heck of a recovery in front of him. And that's going to be quite the task there, quite the task. But man, hate to see that, hate to see that. All right, the second quarter here with 7 minutes and 41 seconds to go. Pickett's going to line up under center. We've got multiple tight ends, one back in the backfield, one receiver. And they're going to hand it to Najee Harris. And Harris struggling to get back to the line of scrimmage here. I mean, at some point, do you consider trying Jalen Warren a little bit more in the backfield here? I mean, Harris, 5 carries for 4 yards right now. We're in the second here, more than halfway through the second. Let's see. Mike says you're mentioning it because you're bummed. Chubb's a good guy. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, Cleveland hasn't had too many great things happen to them over the years, but Nick Chubb has certainly been one of the amazing things. I'm still mad that Bill Belichick chose the wrong running back from the University of Georgia. But going back to his college football days, he was the same way at the University of Georgia. So hate to see that for Nick Chubb. Hate to see that for him. Hate to see it for anybody, but especially Nick Chubb. All right, so the incompletion towards Najee Harris. So now we're going to see what happens here. Under 7 minutes to go here before the half. 3rd and 10. Big third down here. Kenny Pickett moving around, throws it short. Jalen Warren, he catches it, splits defenders, and he's a tough guy to bring down. Picks up 11 yards on the play. He might look like he's a small package guy, but I mean, he runs like he's built like Najee Harris and stuff like that. I mean, excellent job getting the yards after the catch and a first down to keep this drive moving. 6 minutes and 32 seconds to go here in the second quarter of play. Again, score right now. Browns 11, Steelers 10. Jalen Warren's got 3 catches for 56 yards so far tonight, and he has been their shining star in the passing game. Pickett throws it. Oh, look at that. George Pickens turns on the speed, and he's going to take it to the house for a touchdown, Pittsburgh Steelers. And so their first offensive touchdown today. You look at Pickett, he's getting off the ground here. Must have took a shot there. But man, George Pickens, he was just waiting on one to break. And just like that, man. Mike says, how many years Chubb been in the league? And so my man, Nick Chubb, has been in the league. I want to say dating back to probably around like 2013 maybe. I think around 2013, 2014, or maybe it's 2014, 2015, somewhere around that time. I think maybe, or maybe I'm confusing him with Todd Gurley. It was somewhere around that time frame. Let's see. Mike says, "How bad was his Tennessee injury?" Let's see. Tennessee. Let's see. Mike says, "Then OBJ is going to be fine. See that proves karma's fake." Let's see. Lewis says, "Hey, Lewis is like, hey, he'll take that touchdown. He'll take that touchdown." Now referees do have a flag out here. Yeah, referees do have a flag out here. Mike says flag. You say in your face, Lewis. You say if you're young, you can come back from those. An old dude named Willis McGahee did, and so Willis McGahee. Totally forgot about that. It's been a minute since I thought about him. And Harris tried. Oh, Harris lost the ball. Lost the ball there on a 2-point attempt. That pretty much sums up the kind of game that he's been having. Wow. So let's see. Yeah, Harris out here fumbling the ball. All right, but we are at the commercial here, and right now with Cleveland up 11. I'm sorry, Cleveland trailing to Pittsburgh 16-11 here. 6 minutes and 5 seconds to go. Again, that drive, 4 plays, 82 yards. And we've got 20 votes in right now, and the majority's leading towards Pittsburgh right now, 55%. Let's see, Braden says, don't know if you want to stream Thursday Night Football because it could get ugly. And so who's our Thursday Night Football matchup, Braden? Let me know who is that Thursday Night Football matchup, which I have not even thought about. Ooh. Oh, my. Braden, you think I'm going to pass on an opportunity to watch the Giants go out there and get pummeled? Think again, Braden. Think again. But no, you're right. That one could get ugly. That one could get real ugly, really ugly. But we play the game for a reason. You just never know. Interesting. The Giants and the 49ers. How did they find a way to get so many primetime games early in the season? Yes, so yeah, we should be good. We should be good. We should be good. So yeah, that'll be the Thursday matchup. And Saturday, y'all already know I'm doing the Ohio State Notre Dame game on Saturday. So yeah, that'll be our college football one for the week. Although there's a lot of good options though. Like if I wasn't doing the Ohio State Notre Dame one, and if Colorado and Oregon wasn't an option also, the Iowa and Penn State game won't be bad at all, Braden. I mean, do you think that your team can pull off the upset? on the road at Penn State on top of that. It's a lot of good matchups this weekend. All right, but we got kickoff on the way. And so here in the second quarter, 6 minutes and 5 seconds to go, we're going to see how the Cleveland Browns respond, and they will have to respond. This is why you paid Deshaun Watson all that money. This is why you gave him all the guaranteed money for these situations right now. And now you have no choice but to go all in. To go all in on him. You did all of this to get him some guys, some pieces and stuff like that to work with. So you got some guys out there. You got Coop, you got Njoku, you've got Elijah Moore. You've got some pieces. You got to make it work now. They're going to go 5 wide out of the shotgun from their own 25-yard line. Look like some early movement there, but the referee's letting them play. Throws the ball over the middle. Incomplete. Incomplete. Second down coming up here. 2nd and 10. And I've been saying incomplete far too often. Heck, if you get paid that kind of money, then for 8 out of 16 for 65 yards, sign JB up. I can get you that. You say a certain former Giants quarterback probably got them all those primetime games. I wouldn't be surprised if he did do that, Brady. You say you don't think that. Brady, where is your faith? Do you not believe in your team? They give it to Ford, and Ford runs into a brick wall, and that is going to be a loss of a yard on the play. 3rd down coming up. 5 minutes and 48 seconds to go here in the second. This is an opportunity right now for Jerome Ford to come in and pick up the slack that's going to be in that backfield now. Out of the shotgun, takes the snap, steps up, throws it, and that is going to be, looks like incomplete. Yeah, incomplete. Elijah Moore's just not dragging them toes tonight. 4th down coming up. Braden says, no, you don't believe. Okay, Braden, I got you. Like, you guys would have to make it a real low-scoring game, one of those 10-7 kind of games. Let's see. Mike says Nick Chubb dislocated his left knee and tore his MCL, PCL, and LCL with a cartilage damage on October 10, 2015 versus Tennessee. He injured the same knee tonight. Oh, the same knee, like 8 years after? That's insane. Like literally almost exactly 8 years after. So he's been through this process. Hey, Mike, how long was his first recovery process from that injury to when he actually played another game? If you don't mind looking that up for JB Nation. Obviously, he's older now, and this is the 2nd time around. So, but yeah, that's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Mike says, okay, let me see. Appreciate that, Mike. All right, so we got 5 minutes and 8 seconds to go here in the second quarter of play. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Najee Harris goes in motion. Pickett, look, throws it to his tight end. Tight end nearly slips, but recovers his footing, and he's going to pick up about 2 yards on the play, taking it to the Pittsburgh 49-yard line. 2nd and 8 coming up here for the offense. So far in this one, Kenny Pickett 9 of 15 for 141 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception so far today. Brady said you forgot that happened to him. And so I did too. Like, I totally had forgotten that had took place before. But the same knee, like when you first said that, the first thing I was thinking, like, is it the same knee? And Lewis says, let's go Pitt. 2nd and 8. Calvin Austin III goes in motion, and they're going to feed it to the back, and Najee Harris once again stuffed the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 8 coming up. 4 minutes and 15 seconds to go here in the second quarter. All right, so we got 3rd and 8. Three minutes and 50 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Pressures around him. Pickett throws it, and ooh, what a nice throw that was to Calvin Austin III. And that's going to move the chains. Picks up 10 yards and a first down for the offense. All right, so let's see. Mike says 2 years after gruesome knee injuries ended the season, Georgia's Nick Chubb has NFL back in sight by Chase in 2016, so it was like 2 years. He's a Tennessee fan who's still settling into their Neyland Stadium seats to take in the 2015 game against SEC East rival Georgia when the Bulldogs opening play, a pitch left. Oh, so all right, so that was the opening play. Okay. Huh. Wow. Did not realize he was that long in the NFL. You're impressive to recover like that the first time. I mean, because Nick Chubb's been in the NFL since the same year that we drafted Sony Michel, because I'll forever remember that. Because Nick Chubb was higher on my board, and I thought we were going to take Nick Chubb, but then they took Sony Michel, and I was like, oh, maybe Bill knows what he's doing. And that was not the case. Not the case. 2nd and 10. Take the snap out of the shotgun. Pickett throws it quickly. Incomplete. Their ball hits the ground there. Intended for George Pickens, but off the mark. So 3rd down coming up here. 3rd and 10 with 3 minutes to go here in the second quarter. And right now, Pittsburgh's got all 3 timeouts. Cleveland's got 2 timeouts. Obviously, you still got a 2-minute warning here. And so for both teams, there's still plenty of time to work with, but we are getting closer to halftime. So if you're Pittsburgh, you're trying to come up with some points here. All right, let's see if Myles Garrett decides to get after the quarterback here on this one. 3rd and 10. Steelers line up in the shotgun. Pickett moving around. And he throws it, and it's going to be incomplete there. Great coverage on the play. 4th down coming up. So at 2 minutes and 52 seconds to go, 4th and 10 coming up. Let's see, Mike says things. Sony Michel Ode. Let's see, you say your buddy says Pittsburgh O-line worst ever. Let's see, Mike says Rojo cut. Yeah. Rojo did get cut, but that was kind of expected there. You know, that was kind of expected. All right, so we got 4th and 10 for the Steelers, and the punt unit is out here. All right, going to punt it. There's already a penalty. We'll see what the penalty is. But the ball's going to roll all the way to the back of the end zone here, so not ideally what they had in mind. Let's see, Lewis says, will these uniforms look like Iowa Hawkeyes versus Penn State? You think so? I would say it looks like Iowa versus maybe like Virginia. Let's see. Mike says, Bryce busted 30-plus yard run. Okay, need a touchdown. Bryce doing whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. And I did say at one point that I felt like C.J. Stroud's going to get the yard because his team's going to be trailing a lot. Bryce Young's team's going to be competitive, so he's going to have to find ways to manage and just try to come out with victories towards the end and stuff like that. Meanwhile, Anthony Richardson's got to carry his team. So 3 rookies that are trying to do 3 entirely different things and stuff like that at the quarterback position. Gotta love it. All right, quarterback up under center here from their own 25-yard line. Watson avoids the rush, still running. Looks like he's going to take off and run. And that's what he does. And he's going to pick up about 8 yards on the play. But there is a penalty, and that typically means offensive holding. Oh man, I'm seeing the run that Bryce Young had there. I mean, it must be one heck of a game if he's out here deciding to run. All right, so we got 1st and 20 against second quarter with 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Shotgun formation. Trips at the bottom of the screen. Watson making adjustments here. Got about 6 seconds right now on the play clock. Snaps it. Pressure, throws it, gets the completion to his tight end, and then Njoku, look at him go. He's still going here, and he won't be brought down until he reaches the 45-yard line. What a big-time play by his tight end. Certainly would be a good idea to get him involved in the offense there. And that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Let's see. Mike says best linebacker, JB League. League. You say Matt Molino or Micah Parsons. And so for me, I'm going to say Micah. I'm going to say Micah Parsons there. Although I like Molino's game a lot. But it's just something like special about him. Let's see. Mike says deep pass, flag thrown, held Clark chart. Oh, DJ chart. That's my DJ. $14 yards, a touchdown. Okay. Well, that game is certainly it's going kind of sort of what I thought it was going to be, honestly, between that game. So close, low scoring, but towards the end, a couple big plays here, a couple big plays there. I know Chris Olave had that big time catch earlier. And again, we are currently here at the commercial. He said Miles Sanders is no James Cook. James Cook be cooking. Let's see, Mike says field goal time. All right, so here goes Watson. Throws it incomplete. There were bodies all around him on that pass right there. And so Watson just hasn't had that comfort, that swagger about him. He just has not looked like the guy that he was a couple of years ago. And right now, this pressure's all around him. Meanwhile, we've got 28 votes, and yet again, we are all tied up here, 50%. believes the Browns will win. The other 50 believe that the Steelers will win. Watson takes a snap, throws it down short, and Ford gets the catch. He's going to pick up about 8 yards on the play. Third down coming up here, but it'll be third and short from the Pittsburgh 48-yard line. So you're almost at midfield. You got a short situation here if you're Cleveland. And 1 minute 49 seconds left to go. You want to pick up this first down here and get some points. Something that you can point to here. Preferably try to take the lead, but something you can point to. Watson, if he's got to use his legs, use his legs. But he's got to do whatever it takes right now to get this first down on 3rd and 2. All right, 5 wide, shotgun formation here. Pittsburgh sends 4. Watson moving, and he throws it. He must have known it was going to be a penalty. That's the only reason why he must have thrown that ball there, is that he knew it was going to be a penalty. All right, so face mask on the defense there. Okay, so Pittsburgh gives them a gift. Mike says huge Steelers penalty. If not for that face mask, I feel like Watson could have scrambled there, but that is a huge penalty right there. The last thing you want if you're Pittsburgh is to gift them with free yards right now. Make them earn everything if you're Pittsburgh right now. The Browns with 3 receivers at the top of the screen. Elijah Moore goes in motion. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. And Watson making an adjustment here. Shotgun formation. They're going to hand it to the back. And the back is going to pick up 3 yards on the carry. 2nd and 7 coming up here from the Pittsburgh 30-yard line. 1 minute 30 left to go. And again, the Browns, they do have 2 timeouts to work with here. And right now, you're just wanting to get some type of points if you're Cleveland. Some type of points, something positive before halftime. 30 yards to go if you're going to reach the end zone. Watson out of the shotgun. Throws it over the middle, ball tipped to the air and completes. Those tip passes can be oh so dangerous. 3rd down coming up. And again, TJ Watt gets the tip. And that time, Watt knew he wasn't going to get there in time. Got up there, got a hand on it. That's just a heads-up play. All right, 3rd and 7. Again, 1 minute and 3 seconds here before the half. 5 wide. Watson with it. Watson has to avoid the rush, which is hard to do when you got TJ Watt on your trail. Brings you down for the sack. Oh, wait a minute. Watson getting up kind of slow. All right, he did get up, though. He's going to take himself to the sideline. Mike says, is he the only one who buys 400 seats and move up to the 100 level? Look at all the empty first few row seats. Mike, I could picture you doing that. I could picture you doing that. All right, let's see. You say car, huge, deep connection. Okay. Okay. Well, then that is huge. That is huge. You say you totally do, no one else sitting there? I could see that. I could see that. All right, so 55-yard field goal attempt here. Kick is up. And the kick is good. So picking up Dustin Hopkins was a great move for the Cleveland Browns here. And that's going to make the score right now. Pittsburgh 16, Cleveland 14. With 22 seconds to go here before the half. But a huge field goal right there that the Browns certainly needed to make. Let's see. He says Olave touchdown. Okay. Lewis says, come on, Pittsburgh. You say 19-9. Panther fans are seething right now. And so, oh, man. Yeah, that's tough. That is tough. That is tough. All right, let's see. So we got the kickoff unit lining up. Let's see, you say less than 4 minutes, game wrapping up. Meanwhile, over here, we're just now trying to get to halftime. That game went much quicker. All right, so kickoff unit up here, kickoff on the way. And let's see what Pittsburgh does with 22 seconds remaining. Will they just run out the clock and go to halftime? And again, score right now, Pittsburgh 16, Cleveland 14. They've got, all right, so they're going to go ahead and run this one out all the way, take it to the half here. And yeah, so right now, Kenny Pickett, 10 of 19 for 151 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Deshaun Watson, 10 of 21 for 102 yards, a touchdown, and interception. Obviously, the big storyline is the injury to Nick Chubb. You cannot go without mentioning that because, I mean, Nick Chubb, everything he means to this organization, everything he's done throughout his career. And so to see Nick Chubb get the type of injury that he did, that injury so bad that ABC refused to show the replay of it. And so, like, just hoping that he will be able to once again bounce back, as that injury is the same injury that he had about 8 years prior in college with the same knee. So, man, hate to see that for him. You can see the difference with the Cleveland Browns without him. And so they need Deshaun Watson to step up and to be the guy that they paid him to be. On the other side for Pittsburgh, Najee Harris, 6 carries for 4 yards. That's not going to get you. They did have that completion there to George Pickens, and we know what George Pickens can do. He's got just 1 catch, but it was a big catch, 71 yards for a touchdown. He's just great like that where he can break a big play here or there. But without Deontay Johnson, they're going to need something. Now, Jalen Warren has looked pretty good in the passing game and stuff like that. Combine him and Pickens, that's most of your yards that you're getting right there. But Najee Harris has got to find a way to be a bigger presence for this Pittsburgh Steelers offense. Either that or they're going to have to focus on Jalen Warren. Let's see, Detroit Lions legend, what's good with you? And you say, just saw what happened to Chubb. That is horrible. It is heartbreaking. Heartbreaking for such a high-character guy. No matter what happened around him, he never complained. Never complained. You know, he was just out there doing his job, whether they're winning, whether they're losing. And there was a lot of those days where he had to deal with losing, but he always went out there and did his job, was a true professional. You didn't see him throwing a helmet, nothing like that. You hate to see someone like that who's just been so consistent, so good, get that type of an injury, something like that. And so just absolutely horrible, especially knowing that this is the second time as well that this has happened with that same knee. And so we're talking about a repeat case. So definitely lots of prayers for him, his family, the people close to him. as this is going to be one heck of a recovery that starts first mentally before you even begin to do the physical recovery for Nick Chubb. So absolutely heartbreaking. Absolutely heartbreaking to see that. Let's see, Mike says his advanced age, it will take 2 years to heal. And Mike says the Lions joke. But yeah, you also throw in the age of those knees as well, carrying that Browns franchise for so long. And so whether it's Jerome Ford, whether they go out there, bring in someone, we mentioned Kareem Hunt, maybe bring him back and stuff like that. But this offense is now going to have to go through Deshaun Watson. And this is what you paid this man all that money to do. So he has got to find a way to live up to that contract somehow, some way. And if for whatever reason he does not, then at some point you got to start thinking about DTR. DTR has looked tremendous. Now, obviously, it's still early in the season. Not talking about anytime soon. But if this offense gets stagnant as the year goes on, I would not be surprised if they take a look at him, a better look at him in the regular season, as they need someone that's going to come in and light a spark in this offense. Let's see. Mike says he could if he wanted to. Okay. And again, we are currently right now at the halftime here. When we come back, Pittsburgh will get the football first. They will get the football first. And so for Pittsburgh, their defense actually scored their first touchdown of the game. They got a pick six on the first pass play of the game from Watson. Steelers got a pick six in which the ball really went off of I think it was the tight end's hand, Harrison, went off of his hands. And then it went off of the Steelers defender who almost had the pick, went off of him to another guy, a linebacker, who actually made the pick. And so, let's see, Mike says, oh, he only 27. And so, yeah, but by running back language and stuff like that means coming back at about 29. But the good thing, not that anything about this is good, but the one positive you can point to is that Nick Chubb is not a guy who, like a speed type of running back. Like his game is that power, inside running, so you don't have to too much worry in that regards in terms of speed there. But we are far away from getting to the point where we even talk about anything like a return or anything like that. Right now, it's the first step. It's just not even a recovery just yet. Just having the operation first. But absolutely. Let's see. You said LeBron prayers for Chubb tweet. So that's right. You think about everything that like how much LeBron loves Ohio, and so Cleveland, Nick Chubb, he's been that for them. But the score right now, 16-14. We got 31 votes in right now, and the Steelers are just edging out right now, 52-48 in the poll. Be sure to cast your vote if you have not already. We got 31 votes in already. That means we're doing something right here today. And what else would we rather be doing on a Monday night than watching football? And if you're just coming in from first of all, is the Carolina and Saints game still going on? I know that the Saints are up 20-9 right now in that matchup, so they got about 2 minutes and 47 seconds left to go. Mike says Latavius Murray tore up the Raiders. And so, the Raiders were down bad. Like, they were down bad in that one. Every time I looked up, Jimmy G making a mistake. I'm like, Jimmy, get it together. But absolutely. All right, and let's see. All right, so we'll take a quick look at the NFL schedule that's coming up this upcoming weekend, and we will go through and do our early Week 3 picks. Can't believe that we're already at Week 3 of the NFL season. All right, so if you guys would like to go ahead and let me know who you got winning and drop your score in the chat and stuff like that so we can all see who you like this upcoming for Week 3. We're going to go ahead and take an early look. Let's see, Mike says we Bill fans call him Jimmy the Joke. Jimmy the Joke. The Joker. All right, so first game up will obviously be the one on Thursday, in which, yes, JB will be streaming Braden, so no worries about that. The Giants on the road at the San Francisco 49ers. Can anybody tell me with a serious face that they believe the Giants will go on the road and beat San Francisco? Give me your scores for that matchup between the Giants and the 49ers. Again, that'll be Thursday, and that will be my next stream this week. And so between the Giants and the 49ers on that Thursday night football matchup that'll be on Prime Video. I think the 49ers will win that matchup. I'm going to say 49ers 38. I'm going to be nice to the Giants and give them 13 points. So 38 to 13 Giants. I'm sorry, 49ers over the Giants 38 to 13 in that matchup. Is JB's prediction for that matchup. Again, drop your scores in the chat. Who you got winning? Giants on the road at the 49ers, which will be played this Thursday. Or if you don't want to drop the score, just put the team that you got winning. All right, so Mike says 32 to 17 is what he's projecting there. Okay, 49ers on top. One must assume. Okay. All right. So next up, Indianapolis on the road at the Baltimore Ravens here. So essentially assuming that Anthony Richardson passes the concussion protocol, in which, again, he put himself in there, in which you don't hear that every day. But that was a smart decision right there for him long-term and short-term. But Indianapolis on the road at Baltimore. What are we thinking for that game right there? That one should be a good one. Two quarterbacks that like to run. So it'll be fun to see how these defenses go after quarterbacks, considering their own quarterbacks like to run. So that would be a fun matchup there to see two mobile quarterbacks going at it. I will say, I think for that matchup there, I can see a situation where Indianapolis beats the Ravens in that matchup. I can see that being 24 to 16, 24-16 Colts over the Ravens. I can see that because right now I'm still waiting on Lamar Jackson to show me that, okay, he's going to give me that MVP type of performance and stuff like that. But until I start to see that right now, I can see that. All right, so Mike's there right there with me. He's got Ravens 17, Colts 24. So okay. We basically almost picked the same score, basically. I can hear Mr. JB now. I know he's happy about that pick there, Mike. Okay. All right, next up, we've got the Tennessee Titans on the road at the Cleveland Browns. Again, we're talking about week 3 here, so looking ahead. Tennessee on the road at Cleveland. Man, I wish we would have been able to have Nick Chubb to see Henry versus Chubb. But without that being the case, I'm going to say Titans win 23 to 6 in that matchup. Titans over Cleveland in that matchup there. But again, that's the Titans on the road at Cleveland. And again, we are at halftime now, so we're just going through making these picks. So anybody that's watching, feel free to go ahead and drop your thoughts in terms of who you got winning. And if JB happens to say that your team's losing, take it as a compliment because JB has not been doing too good this year in terms of my pick'ems as of late. We're going to try to change that around. You say very high on A-Rich, and so, okay. I mean, he's been superb. I want to see him play the entire game, though, because, like, if he would have kept playing there against Houston, it would have gave me a lot of fantasy points. And now that Nick Chubb won't be there, I'm going to need even more fantasy points moving forward. So I need him to be consistent for me. You say Titans 21 to 17 over the Browns. Okay. All right, next up, the Atlanta Falcons on the road at the Detroit Lions. Detroit trying to get their first home win of the season. Does it come in week 3 after Atlanta just beat Green Bay? So, what are your thoughts on that one? I think in that matchup there, I think I like Detroit to win. Final score being, I'm going to say final score being Detroit 29, and I'm going to say Atlanta I'll give Atlanta a 20, 29-20. Mike says the Panthers had Anthony Richardson, they'd be 2-0. They really would. They really would. They really would, because he would be basically Cam Newton 2.0. And at one point in time, I honestly thought that was the direction that they were going to go at one point in time. But they thought about it. They're like Bryce Young. Just when you have a conversation with Bryce Young, just talking football, I can imagine that that's probably what really sealed the deal. You imagine how smart he is coming over from Alabama and stuff like that. And so, but man, I mean, JB will admit I underestimated Anthony Richardson. I knew the potential was there. I just didn't think he was going to get there this fast. I didn't think he was going to get there this fast. And he's doing it. He's doing it. Just got to stay healthy. All right, so you say Lions win, Falcons 17, Lions 38. Okay. So Mike says there'll be an onslaught there to be had. Okay. All right, next up, we've got the Saints on the road at the Green Bay Packers. So do the Packers recover, or do the Saints go out there and win that one? I think that matchup, the Saints are going to win that one, with the final score being Saints 26, Packers 17. So I like the Saints to win that one 26-17. Meanwhile, we're getting ready for kickoff here, so second half is about to get on the way. You say to play quarterback, Anthony Richardson. All right, so kickoff on the way. Let's see if the Steelers are going to return this one. Bouncing to the end zone here, no return. All right, so we're going to take over from their own 25-yard line. So third quarter on the way. And again, 31 votes in. Keep the votes coming in. If you have not decided who's going to win this game, we're extremely close, separated by 2 points right now. So let us know who you got winning this game. Steelers are up right now. They've got the football right now. Let's see what they do with it. From their own 25-yard line, and it's going to be Kenny Pickett on the bootleg. Pressure in his face. He's looking. He throws it, and it's – oh, he almost threw an interception. Kenny, what are you doing? Kenny, what are you doing? Like, son, like, look at him. Like, he just threw the ball, literally should have thrown that ball away. And the DB, so focused on trying to stay in bounds, he dropped a golden opportunity. You can't do that right now. You know that your team needs that. That's a play you got to make. You got to make that play. And he knows that he made a big mistake on that and dropping that ball. But, hey, that's football. One man's mistake is another man's opportunity. Pick it up under center. Play fake. Looking to take a deep shot. Throws it deep. Incomplete. Looking for Calvin Austin, the third on the play. Third down coming up here. 3rd and 10. And Pittsburgh looked really sharp in the preseason. But, man, once the regular season started, they went back to looking like last year's team. So they got to find a way to get that chemistry, get that mojo going that they had just even a couple weeks ago, that confidence. All right, so out of the shotgun, 3rd and 10. But they're on 25-yard line. Pickett in the pocket, steps up, throws it, gets the completion. Calvin Austin the third. He's trying to get some extra yards there. I'm sorry, that's not Calvin Austin the third right there. That is George Pickens. We know what he can do. And so Pickens, hey, he might have just 2 catches, but every catch he gets is a big play. And that was a 25-yard pickup there. Now, we do have Smith hurt on the play for Cleveland. Hope that he'll be okay. Medical staff tending to the Browns player right now. And again, we are looking at 1st and 10 from the 50-yard line for the Pittsburgh Steelers here after that big-time play. And that is exactly what they need right now. They're up 16-14, but if they can get some points here, that'll certainly help them momentum-wise. Hey, look at that. Smith just went down. He just went down. Oh man, you hate to see this one injury after another. All right, again, we are right now currently at commercial thanks to the injury time out there. But still in the third quarter with 14 minutes and 34 seconds to go. And again, if you're coming back from that Carolina and Saints game right there, this one right here is close also. So another good game right here. Hate the fact that they put them both on at the same time, really. So you had to sort of choose which one you were going to watch. But man, Mike says that he's curious to see how good Anthony Richardson will grow to be. And so, hey, he's got to protect himself, though. Got to protect himself because I watched Cam Newton's career. There was a point in time where Cam Newton was just amazing. And he just took so many hits. Took so many hits, you know. And I'm already seeing that, you know, this is 2 games in a row that he's not finishing games in his rookie season. So he has got to really find a way to play his style without getting hurt. Now I know that he's got a bigger frame, but because he's got a bigger frame, referees are going to let players hit him a lot harder and get away with it and stuff like that. Because I saw that with Cam Newton, he was always taking hits and stuff like that, and it was just. And they both had a personality. They both had one heck of a personality, and so defenses went that extra mile because of that. So if he can just stay healthy, he seems like he's off to a great path there, and Indianapolis certainly needs him, but he's got to find a way to stay healthy and finish games. Let's see. You say he's good already. Headline is he's the most athletic quarterback in history. All right, so Warren ran that carry there, and again, Jalen Warren should get a couple more carries here. Najee Harris on the sideline. 2nd and 5 for that 5-yard carry. Pick it up under center. Calvin Austin III goes in motion, and they're going to feed it to the back, and the back picks up 6 yards and a first down. Jalen Warren moving the chains. Pittsburgh should definitely continue to let him go to work. He's been such an asset so far in the pass game and now helping out with the rush game. They can certainly use that. Let's see. You say he can't be Cam Newton hit quarterback. He got a great arm, only going to get better. And so are you insisting that Cam Newton once upon a time did not have a good arm? Is that what we're implying? Meanwhile, Jalen Warren gets the carry, gets brought down. Let's see. You say Saints celebrate. You say Scout said he could be the most athletic ever. All right, so we got 2nd down coming up here, 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun here for the Steelers, and right now they are at the Cleveland 39-yard line. Cleveland is showing pressure. Let's see if they actually bring the pressure. And they do. Pickett throws it, gets the catch there for Pickens. And Pickens, I don't know what that was right there, but I guess he pressed the wrong button or something right there, but he did a little weird jump there. But hey, it gets yards, 7, 8 yards, so we'll take it. Third down coming up. 3rd and 3. Ball at the Cleveland 31-yard line. So far in this drive, 7 plays, 44 yards, with about 2 minutes and 35 seconds turn time possession off the clock. Yeah, I guess he tried to jump over him, jump through him. I don't know. But whatever that was, if I'm the DB, I don't want no part of that. All right, we got 3rd and 2. Throws it, and that's going to be incomplete. So now we got 4th down coming up. Ward on the coverage. You said Cam had a lead arm, but took more punishment than most can. And so, yes, because Andrew Luck did not hold up. And Andrew Luck is probably the closest quarterback during that era that I can think of who would have been remotely taking the kind of hits or at least as much punishment as Cam, although Cam's was the most. But Andrew Luck was in that ballpark, and we saw what it did to Andrew Luck. But we got a 50-yard field goal coming up here for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and we're going to see if they can convert on this one. Chris Boswell. Kick is on the way, and the kick is good. So that's going to give them 3 more points. So our score right now, Pittsburgh leading this one 19-14 in the 3rd quarter with 11 minutes and 47 seconds to go. Let's see, you say you did not watch as much Cam as most. You say how would you rate his arm at his height? And so I would say that when he first came out of Auburn and stuff like that, like he was Cam had that arm. And then that one year he did get into the Super Bowl, even though he didn't have receivers though, he had that arm. It's just later in his career, he just became more of a runner and stuff like that, which is odd that the older you get in your career, you become more of a runner. But to be fair, the best receiver he probably ever played with was obviously he played with Steve Smith, and so, but that was just like 1 year. Other than that, I don't even know who the best receiver that he had. He had to play with guys like Calvin Benjamin, Ted Ginn Jr. I mean, it was just a bunch of rentals, basically. But that arm was nice at first. Back in his younger days, at least the first 7 years of his career. Let's see, Ted Ginn now. As an Ohio State Buckeye fan, you know I love me some Ted Ginn Jr. Still believe if he doesn't get hurt in that championship game, we don't get beat that bad. But that's completely different. Completely different. But as a pro, no. No. They asked my man to create miracles back then. But again, we are at the commercial here because the Pittsburgh Steelers did get 3 points on that drive. And so when we come back, we'll get to see Cleveland on offense here in the 3rd quarter with 11 minutes and 47 seconds left to go. And you said Calvin dropped everything, Benjamin. Yes. The only thing the man didn't drop was weight, but that's entirely different. I mean, they tried to put him in like a tight end or something like that when he tried to make a comeback into the NFL. That tells you a lot. That tells you a lot. But they really did not give him any receivers at all throughout his time there. Like, none. I'm like, you didn't give him no offensive line. You didn't give him no receivers. The best thing that he had, obviously, was Christian McCaffrey and stuff like that. But in terms of an actual, receiver or offensive lineman, they did not try. All right, no return. So we'll see the Cleveland offense take over from their own 25-yard line here, down by 5 points. Second half, let's see what kind of adjustments that Cleveland has made in this one. Again, so far, Deshaun Watson, 10 of 21 for 102 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Can he lead the troops? Can he ride the troops right now? It's just week 2 in the season here. And so your team's already 1-0 here. Can you make a play and really start to gain some momentum and confidence? And from the team, the fan base, everybody, and you to be the guy that they were hoping that you would be. Here's an opportunity. Shotgun formation. All right, takes the snap. Watson feels the pressure, avoids it, throws it, gets the completion there to Njoku. That picks up 5 yards on the play. 2nd and 5 coming up from the Cleveland 30-yard line. You say, LOL, he was eating junk food at practice or something. You say you got huge respect for Cam, but he hit a brick wall and went over to the Patriots. And so, yeah, we got the leftovers, and it wasn't much left at that point in time. But back in his day, he did the most with what he had. All right, 2nd and 5. 2 receivers on the play, multiple tight ends. And they're going to feed it to Jerome Ford, who decides to cut it back the other way. Watson throws a block, and look at that, Ford. He thinks he's an actual Ford out there, and he could go all the way. Touchdown, Cleveland. How about that? On a play that I just knew he was going to lose yards on, he cut it back the opposite side, and then he used his speed. Deshaun Watson threw a block and everything. 70-yard touchdown run for Jerome Ford. Man. And so Mike says, who is this running back? And so Jerome Ford is the reason why Cleveland felt comfortable not bringing Kareem Hunt back. And so, they're going to bring this one back. They're going to bring this one back. So he was just shy at the 1-yard line. But that was one heck of an effort there. One heck of an effort. Now, in terms of a little bit more about Jerome Ford's background, in which, man, I'm in this league and I already know everybody's going to do their best to try to claim him. I already know. You said, JB, watch this Superman leap. All right, so they brought it back to the 1-yard line here. 1st and goal. Mika Fitzpatrick, boy, he's getting attention from the sideline. Watson hands it off. Oh, ran into a brick wall that time. And so that is Pierre Strong, who they traded for from the New England Patriots. He got the carry. Let's see, Mike says Pierre Strong wrecked. Yes. Again, they did trade offensive lineman Tyrone Wheatley Jr. in exchange for Pierre Strong with the New England Patriots to acquire him. And so now they're really going to need Pierre Strong to step up as well. All right, 2nd and goal. Multiple tight ends here. Heavy formation. Takes the snap again, and this time he does get into the end zone here. And that's Pierre Strong Jr. with a touchdown, cashing in. It'll be interesting to see if they use him as more of the goal line back moving forward in the backfield. But Cleveland has taken the lead, and you know they're going to opt to go for 2 here. 4 plays, 75 yards. Again, that drive right there. Whew, Jerome Ford. In which this game, he's got 5 carries for 75 yards. And so Mike says touchdown. And so, all right, so we got another vote that came in here. Cleveland is overtaking our poll here. Okay. You say, oh, okay, let's see what happens here. 2-point attempt. Trips at the bottom of the screen. Steelers send a bunch of players. Watson moving. Watson gets in there and walks in for the touchdown. I'm sorry, for the 2-point conversion. And so 22-19 is our score. We got ourselves a game right now with 10 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. And let's see. Mike says, in your face, Carmichael, football spike. Oh, you know Carmichael's spiking a lot of things, but they're not footballs here. Probably the TV, phone, all of that stuff. Absolutely. Let's see. Mike says Watson was the best few years back. And so, hey, he had some years. He had some good years. Every time I look and see a player hold out like an entire year, in which my sample size may not be that long, but you think back to a guy like Le'Veon Bell, what he was before and what he was after and stuff like that. But I feel that's a different scenario. Obviously, we're talking running back there. But Watson last year, I gave him a slight pass last year, just knowing that he missed like an entire year. So it's like new system, new plays, all the stuff he had going on. So, but right now, that was a big time run by Ford. They needed that. They needed that. So 22-19, third quarter, 10 minutes to go. Let us see what happens here when Pittsburgh gets the football back. And so all I can say is get your popcorn ready. Braden says, dang, Carmichael taking strays tonight. Oh, he's taking notes. He's taking notes, Braden. He's taking notes. I have no doubt that Carmichael is currently right now watching this stream. Well, not right now because Cleveland scored, but when Pittsburgh's leading, I know he's watching the stream. And he's taking notes. He knows what's being said. All right, kickoff on the way. No return. All right, so let's see how the Steelers are going to respond here offensively. Throws it. Ball's deflected there by the defense. 2nd and 10 coming up. So we got 2nd and 10. And Pickett throws it. And look at that. Pickens again with another play. Big time play. And a big time first down. 23 yards. My man's going to work. He's got 127 yards receiving here in the first. And we knew that George Pickens was about that life. That's just how he is on a routine basis. He just got to get the ball consistently. All right, Pickett on the run. Pass rush gets to him, though. Brought him down for the sack. 2nd down coming up. Let's see. Braden says, get the ball to Pickens. He says, keep getting the ball to Pickens. And keep them votes coming in as well. 35 votes in right now. And Cleveland slightly leading the poll. But big time sack. He lost 11 yards on the sack. So now we're looking at 2nd and 21 right now for the Pittsburgh 37-yard line again here in the third quarter with under 9 minutes to go. All right, takes it from his own 37-yard line, throws the ball, and that's going to be a completion to Miles Boykin. His first catch of the night. Now we got a Browns player that's currently down right now. Looks like he's in some pain. Maybe his arm, the forearm. But that's going to stop the clock right now. And they're going to tend to the injured player. And when we come back, it'll be 3rd and 16 for the Pittsburgh 42-yard line. All right, since we are at the commercial right now, again, Cleveland with the lead, 22-19 here in the third quarter, 8 minutes and 33 seconds to go. And right now, comparing these two quarterbacks, Deshaun Watson's 11 of 22 for 107 yards through the air, one touchdown, one interception. Kenny Pickett is 14 of 27 for 212 yards, one touchdown, one interception. On the ground, Jerome Ford, 5 carries, 75 yards for Pittsburgh. Jalen Warren, he's got 4 carries for 9 yards. And the leading receivers of this game for the Cleveland Browns, David Njoku's got 3 catches for 35 yards, while George Pickens has 4 catches for 127 yards and a touchdown. And so, Eric, what's good with you? And you say, hey there, just heard about me from Rising Rhino on YouTube. And so, hey, Rising Rhino's the GOAT. We all know and love him well here. And so, appreciate you for coming through here. How are you doing? How are you doing? And so, yes, appreciate you for coming through and hoping that all is well, my friend. Let's see, Lewis says, keep it close, Pitt. He wants them to keep it close, and I understand why. And again, score right now 22-19 in this one. Here in the third quarter with 8 minutes and 33 seconds to go. And Pittsburgh with the football. Let's see what they do on third and long. Will they be able to pick up the first down here? Considering last time out there, Cleveland scored a touchdown. Let's see, Eric says, just sub to you as well. And so I appreciate that, my guy. Appreciate that. Thank you so much for coming through and joining JB Nation. Meanwhile, the check down there to Jalen Warren, and he picks up 10 yards there. And that's going to bring up fourth down and a punt unit right now for Pittsburgh with 8 minutes to go here in the third quarter of play in this divisional matchup here in which, again, Cleveland entered this game 1-0, and you've got Pittsburgh right now 0-1. And so this is a divisional game here. Neither team wants to lose it, especially if you're Pittsburgh. You don't want to drop to 0-2 this early in the season here, especially losing a rivalry game like this. But, hey, we still got plenty of football to be played here, and it's anybody's game right now. Anybody's game. Let's see. Steelers are in control of the poll again right now with 37 votes. Okay. All right, so it looks like there's another player down right now. And so this game has just been filled with a lot of injuries. And one has to throw the question out there because it seems like every time we're watching a primetime matchup, whether it's Monday Night Football, Thursday Night Football, like it seems like a lot of these injuries typically happen during these primetime matchups. And so Eric says, we are well here, living the dream here. And so, hey, that's what's up. That's what's up. And so, Eric, let me know, who is your favorite NFL team? Would love to know your favorite NFL team. If you got a favorite college team as well. Matter of fact, whichever sports you enjoy, let us know your favorite teams here. You may just have a couple people that overlap. All right, so that's Elandon Roberts right there in his 8th season in the NFL. First season with the Steelers. Right, it's always good that he's walking off on his own. Again, 4th and 6 coming up. Third quarter with 7 minutes and 42 seconds to go. Can Cleveland continue to move the ball on that next drive? But first things first, got to punt the ball here. And let's see if Pittsburgh can get a good punt here. If you can pin Cleveland deep within their own 10 again, that would be great. If you're a Pittsburgh fan, that's what you're aiming for. Punt's on the way. And goes into the end zone there. And so Cleveland will take over from their own 20. All right, so still plenty of football to be played here as we're just in the third quarter with 7 minutes and 30 seconds to go. And be sure, if you have not already, cast your vote in terms of who you got winning this matchup. Be sure to do so. And again, my next stream will be on Thursday Night Football, in which the Giants will take on the 49ers. And Man, whoever made the Giants primetime schedule, they enjoy watching them fail almost as much as I do. All right, first and 10, and they're going to hand it here to Elijah Moore, who's going to carry that for 5 yards. So now we've got second down coming up. Second and 5. From their own 25-yard line, 5 wide Watson in the pocket. Now he's going to scramble, picks up the first down, picked up about 11 yards on the play before he's bumped out of bounds. Under 7 minutes to go here in the third quarter of play. Braden says, if that game stinks, JB, I warned you. Hey, we sat through the TCU Georgia game. So whatever we see cannot be worse than that beatdown that we saw TCU receive on that brand night that we were expecting to hopefully see a bit of a better game. So JB's got it. All right, quick pass there towards Donovan People-Jones, and that is incomplete. Second and 10 coming up. Watson's like, let's move with a sense of urgency here. And sometimes you got to ride the truth, get something going. You just scored a touchdown. Let's capitalize off the momentum here. All right, let's see. Lewis says Niners. He's got that. Eric says got a few of them Seahawks and Chiefs NFLs, and then Mizzou, Washington, and Washington State as well. Okay. Nice. You're representing. I'm trying to think how many other Seahawk fans have I came across lately. But that's nice. That's nice. Quick pass over the middle. And that's going to be a nice little pickup there of 7 yards there for Amari Cooper, who's got 4 catches on the night, 41 yards so far in this one. Third and 3. 6 minutes and 15 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Again, Cleveland up right now 22-19, facing third down, ball at their own 44-yard line. So if they get a first down, that would be huge right there. Braden says, oh, it could be worse, JB. We try not to think like that, Braden. We try to think it's 2 NFL teams playing each other. We try to have hope here. All right, so Watson throws it and gets the completion for the first down, and that is David Bell with the catch. 5 yards on the play. He's got 2 catches for 19 yards in this one. Again, 5 minutes and 35 seconds now left to go. So Watson so far 13 to 25 for 119 yards, and he's just taking 5-yard plays, 4-yard plays, 3-yard plays, whatever it takes, taking these short ones. First and 10. Out of the shotgun, fakes it to the back. Steps up, launches this one deep, and it's almost picked off. And I feel for the kid right there, dropping that one, Wallace. That's one you got to make. I'm sorry, that's one you just got to make. But that's incomplete. And right now, you just see the look of concern right now on Pittsburgh's face. But yeah, Watson has not taken very many deep shots, but that chemistry just isn't there with the receivers right now. Second and 10. Watson's looking to run. And he is going to pick up maybe half a yard in the play. A little bit of pushing here. I would like to see more than just one person for the Browns come to get their quarterback from that pile. I'm just saying, ideally, I would like to see more than just one person grab the quarterback away from the Steelers bench. And so that time, Watson grabbed onto his face mask there. I wonder if his finger got caught. Yep, so you're going to get a 15-yard unnecessary roughness penalty there against the quarterback. Wow. Made no sense to do that. No sense to do that whatsoever. You're the quarterback. You should be the first one to think about this kind of stuff because you're the one who's got to try to pass to make up for it. Let's see. Eric says, man, Saturday was absolutely nuts. You watched the Mizzou game. It was mentally preparing for overtime. Then Mizzou kicker hits a 61-yarder. That's right. They did. They did. And so that was very impressive. Extremely impressive. Pass to Jerome Ford. And Ford, look at him move. He's out there like moving like he's running on water out there. Picks up 14 yards on the play, but it still will be fourth down coming up. So 4th and 11. But yeah, that was insane. I was thinking to myself at that time, Eric, I was like, wow, you got a college kicker out here hitting from 61 yards like it's nothing with the game on the line. And he says, I got this. I got this. What year is that kicker in? If you happen to know that information, what year is he in? Is he like a senior, junior? Meanwhile, the punt is going to bounce into the end zone there. And so we'll get to see Pittsburgh come out again offensively as they trail by 3 points here with 3 minutes and 59 seconds to go here in the third quarter. But yeah, JB's team should be good in fantasy this week. But man, losing Nick Chubb is going to really hurt. But under 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter. And again, separated by just 3 points right now. And so let's see what Kenny Pickett and the offense can do here offensively. They've got Najee Harris in the backfield. Pickett's up under center. Calvin Austin III goes in motion. They're going to hand it to Najee Harris. He's trying to get to the outside here. And he is running for everything he's worth there and picks up a nice 21 yards on the play. All the way to the Pittsburgh 41-yard line. So my man went out there and just absolutely. $22 versus 22 on that. Lewis said, fun. I'm hoping I'm just seeing this late right now, Lewis, and that you're not suggesting that they punt after that. All right, 1st and 10. Feeds it again to Harris, and Harris is going to, he's still on his feet. Still on his feet. Pickett, he's got to block someone. Look at that. Najee cuts it backfield. He says, I can cut back the opposite way as well. So both of these running backs here, we saw Jerome Ford do it earlier for 70 yards here. Now Najee Harris won. This was 17, but go one direction and completely cut back the other way. Kenny Pickett was like, I got to block someone. Who's the smallest guy out there? It's like Kenny was searching who's the smallest guy out there that he can try to throw a block at. Good decision not to go for 93, though. That would not have ended well for him. 1st and 10. Gives it to Jalen Warren, and Warren's going to pick up 3 yards on the play. Two minutes and 30 seconds to go here in the third quarter. 2nd and 7. And if you're Pittsburgh, anything you can get from the ground game, that takes more pressure off of Kenny Pickett, especially without Deontay Johnson out there, so you certainly want that. All right, 2nd and 7. Warren in the backfield. Pick it up under center, takes the snap here, fake it to Warren, gives it to Calvin Austin III, who's going to lose 2 yards on that end around. Cleveland not playing that. Cleveland said not today. They said not today on that play. All right, so we got 3rd and 9 here. 3rd and 9 from the Cleveland 41-yard line. Under a minute 40 left to go here in the third quarter of play. All right, so line up in the shotgun here. Pickett. Pass rush there, and got to be careful with that one. It was not a bad play call. Not a bad play call. Just got to execute it better. Got to execute it better. But you cannot throw that pick now. I thought I was about to see a big boy rumbling to the other side there for a minute now. If that was a little bit higher. And 90's been busy tonight. Like, he's been getting after it tonight. Like, I don't know his stats, but he's been getting after it tonight. Punts on the way. All right, so it looks like a Cleveland timeout. And again, a minute and 19 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Now, we got 37 votes in right now, and Pittsburgh is slightly leading our poll right now. So be sure, if you haven't voted already, let us know who you got winning this. Is it the Steelers? Is it the Browns? We love it when JB Nation is correct at the end of the day, but we just enjoy putting our votes up there. All right, so let's see. With a minute and 19 seconds, field position is critical right now, as you want to try to pin them as deep as possible. So right now, Pittsburgh's punter, let's see what he can do right now. Punt on the way. And oh my goodness, what a tremendous punt that was, that went out of bounds on its own at the 1 yard line. That will get you noticed. Wow. Presley Harvin with a tremendous punt. And look at that. Picture perfect. Picture perfect. Lewis says that's how you draw it up. That's how you draw it up. And now defensively, you got to get after it. Because you can either, one, get the safety, two, force them to, punt the ball from way back deep and maybe block a punt or something. Anything can happen. So let's see how this defense holds up here against this offensive line of Cleveland. D-line versus O-line. Let's see who wins this matchup. Watson up under center. Watson takes it, feeds it to the back, and the back is going to pick up 2 yards on the play. So Jerome Ford, right now he's got 6 carries for 77 yards rushing so far in this one. Let's see. Eric says that Novus is a senior, and you said, I knew he had a long leg, but you said, dang, game on the line, and he does that? Wow. That's clutch. That's clutch. And so, obviously, if he's a senior, that means you've seen him for some time. So has he always been pretty solid of a kicker? Basically, is there any chance that next year he'll be, I guess, one of the top kickers in the draft? 2nd and 8. Watson throws it, and it's completed there. Picks up a yard on the play. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter. That was Atkins there with the reception. So at the end of the third quarter, Cleveland leading right now 22-19 in this one. And man, this has been a game of many different emotions right now, many different things. I mean, so many things transpiring so far in this game, but we've got one more quarter to go in this one. So be sure that you cast your vote in terms of who's going to win this game. And also, if you're here right now, hey, we do this pretty much for every primetime game, whether it's Monday night, Thursday night, Sunday night. I also do college on Saturday as well. So be sure that you press that like and subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. And appreciate all our new members. We have been growing again lately, so happy to see that. Extremely happy to see that. And again, just a reminder, Thursday Night Football will be streaming the Giants and the 49ers. And so that'll be one Saturday. It will be Notre Dame and Ohio State, the Ohio State Buckeyes, I should say, And y'all know JB like the Buckeyes, so you already know who I got in that one. You already know. But we are at the commercial right now because it is the end of the third quarter. And so, Linda, how are you doing? And so, Rising Rhino coming through here. That's how you get to the fourth quarter right here. Can't get to the fourth without Rising Rhino and company. Appreciate you guys coming through here for the raid. Magic Man says Rising Rhino raid. You said RIP Chubb needs and stuff. Oh man, that was heartbreaking. Heartbreaking to see right there. Heartbreaking. Like the moment that they really identified what was going on, terrible, terrible injury right there, especially since that's the second time that he's had that injury on that same knee. So you hate to see that. And so, absolutely. Eric says Linda. Linda says hit the like button. David says Ray. David, what's good with you? And Rising Rhino himself, the GOAT. Rising, how are you doing? And how many subs are you at right now? How many subs are you at right now? And so, yes, Linda says, have a great stream. Thank you so much. And Ryzen says, Ryzen Rhino in the house. And so I am doing good. You know, nothing like some football on a Monday. How are you doing? And also let me know what games you're going to be streaming on Tuesday and Wednesday. Tuesday and Wednesday. Anybody that's watching right now, hey, you know I won't be streaming Tuesday and Wednesday, but certainly feel free to check out Rise and Rhino. Make sure that you do subscribe if you're not subscribed already, as I know my man's going to be streaming. I know that you're definitely going to be streaming throughout that time, so definitely let us know what you're going to be streaming during that time for sure. Absolutely. We've got Al Bundy here. What's good with you? And you say you've never seen a Waffle House or Golden Corral before. And so, hey, that's what's up. Rise and Rhino, that's what's up. You say Trevor Lawrence made $30 million so far. And so that's a lot of money. JB wishes I was making that kind of money. And so you say you're going Thursday on to Monday. And so, okay, bet. Thursday to Monday as well. Okay, nice. Hey, everybody needs an off day, right? Absolutely. Okay. But yeah, what's the subtotal so far? And so, hey, the game has been definitely an emotional one. Seeing Nick Chubb go down, that was really hard to see. But aside from obviously all the injuries, which there's been a ton of injuries, it has been pretty good. I mean, Browns are up 22-19. We've got a great game. 1 quarter left to go. And so excited to see how this is going to play out. He said, catch me soon. And so, as always, appreciate you coming through. And again, Rising Rhino, the GOAT. Be sure you guys check them out if you haven't already. Absolutely. Now, meanwhile, they're looking at the replay here to see if indeed Amari Cooper did make the catch. And which, looking at the replay, you look at his feet, he got one. Looks like he might have gotten both feet down, actually, before it even came to that last foot. Let me see when that toe tap, as soon as he touched the ball. That's 1, 2. So before that foot even comes down again on the line, it looks to me like he did get that foot down when he first made that catch before that last one came down. So we'll see what they call, though, because we know how the referees are. The zebras, zebras are not rhinos, so zebras don't get it right, but rhinos certainly do. Again, appreciating everybody coming through here from Rising Rhino and Company. Absolutely. Here for some Monday Night Football. I just wish they didn't put the Saints and Panthers on at the same time that they did. Basically an hour difference, but to where it overlapped like that. But love having 2 games on Monday. Absolutely. All right, so we got 41 votes in right now, and so 54% of you believe the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to win this game here. Cleveland's leading on the score right now, but Steelers leading on the poll. Make sure that your vote counts. Put your vote in before it's too late. Absolutely, and we are at the commercial right now as the play is currently being reviewed right now, so we'll see what the referees determine here as to whether or not the pass was completed or not. And we'll be getting back to the action here shortly. Again, so far, Deshaun Watson, 16 of 29 for 153 yards through the air, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Kenny Pickett is 15 of 29 for 222 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. George Pickens, every time he touches the ball, it feels like George Pickens makes a big-time play. He's got 4 catches for 127 yards and a touchdown today. And meanwhile, for the Browns, Amari Cooper, 5 catches, 59 yards. And so, sister, what's good with you? What's good with you? You says, hi, JB&M, who just got injured. It doesn't sound good. And so, well, first of all, appreciate you for coming through. But yeah, the injured player that we had out there earlier in the game was Nick Chubb. And so, yeah, Nick Chubb injury. It was very heartbreaking to see. I mean, considering his position, first of all, and just, even though he's still young out there, but, just you think about how long it's going to take to come back from something like that. Now, he has done it before, but this is the same injury that he got about 8 years ago in college. And so to get the same type of injury, in which back then it probably took him about 2 years just about to come back from something like that. So very heartbreaking, very heartbreaking. Absolutely. It was just so bad. ABC did not want to show it again because it's just horrible to see. And you say, oh no, he's a great fella too. And so, oh yeah, first class kind of guy the entire time. Absolutely. I mean, never any off the field issues, never in his teammate's face. Win, lose, or draw, you're getting the same Nick Chubb, going to be professional. And so you hate to see it to happen to anybody, but especially someone like that. You just hate to see it. All right, so here we go. 2nd and 10. Watson play fake. In the pocket, throws over the middle, gets a completion, and that is Amari Cooper. So Coop out here getting to work. And we know how Coop is. With every catch that Coop gets, he gets going a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. And when he gets going, he's a different Coop. Sometimes it takes a couple catches, but right there he went to work. DB stayed on the outside shoulder. He said, all right, I'll take it inside. So big time play. Let's see, you say my channel is nice. So thank you so much. I appreciate that, and I appreciate you. Thank you for coming through and checking out JB Nation. And they're going to hand it to Ford up the middle. And Ford's going to pick up 4 yards, going to carry, takes it to midfield. 13 minutes and 10 seconds left to go here in the 4th quarter of play. So we got another close one. And last time we had a close game, it actually went to overtime, I believe, the last time we streamed a close game. And so just throwing it out there. I know it's early, still throwing it out there. I wonder if this game potentially might end up going to overtime later on. But here we go. They give it to Ford again, and Ford, he picks up the first down, 7 yards on the play. And so you say, where am I located? And so I am in the Fort Worth, Texas area. So I've only been in the Texas area for less than 2 months, but I am in the Texas area. So that is where I am located. Recently came from Georgia. So JB's been a little bit of everywhere. I spent some time in Georgia, Texas, Florida, Bama, just depending on, I guess, when you catch me, honestly. Lewis is screaming defense here. But here we go, 1st and 10 out of the shotgun, and they're going to feed it to Ford again. And Ford getting some nice carries here, another 7 yards. 2nd and 3 coming up from the Pittsburgh 36-yard line here. So let's see what happens here. But so far, 8 plays, 63 yards so far in this drive. You look at their 4th-round pick, DeJuan Jones. I thought he would have been selected higher than that, not being biased because he's from Ohio State. Meanwhile, they run the ball with Ford, picks up a yard in the play. 3rd and 2 coming up. But I thought that DeJuan Jones was a great pick for Cleveland there. And to get him in that round, I kept looking at my team like, we're really not going to draft this guy. Every time we passed on him about 5 times, when I was like, draft him. I thought he was a 3rd-round pick, but to get him at that, possibly even 2nd. So that was a great value pick there for the Browns. Meanwhile, Ford off the left side, a lot of holes there on the left side for Cleveland. And so they are working that left side. But JB spoke too soon as there is a holding penalty right now. So the referee said, we got to get involved here. A holding penalty. It was just too good to be true. Too good to be true. All right, so they're going to call a hold there against Ethan, and that's going to back them up another 10 yards. So now instead of it being 3rd and short, 3rd and 12, which means you have got to put your faith here in Watson to try to pick up the first down here. That's a big penalty because if not for that penalty, at the very least, maybe you're thinking field goal or something like that. But now you put yourself in a situation of 3rd and long in which you know TJ Watt and company, they're going to come after you. They will come after you. But let's see what happens here with 11 minutes and 21 seconds to go. Again, the score right now, Browns are up 22-19, but they are on the road right now. A hostile crowd that would love to cause Watson any type of distraction right now. This is where the crowd gets involved, and let's see what Watson does. Takes the snap here, in the pocket, still in the pocket. Now he's moving to the left, guy in his face, puts the stiff arm. Will he let my man go? And he's running for his life now, and he gets brought down. But my goodness, I mean, what is Watson doing with his stiff arms? I mean, if this is another face mask or another personal foul, he doesn't just stiff arm you. He puts his fingers in your face mask and keeps it there. And they're going to call him again. They're going to call him again. What is Watson doing? What is he doing? Please, someone put Derrick Henry on the phone and let's talk to this man about the proper technique of how to do a face mask. You don't grab the man by his mask. You don't do that. I don't care if you are. And he doesn't let go. He doesn't let go. Like, he's playing a dangerous game because guys are not going to continuously let you do that to them. Just grab them by the face mask and stuff like that. You've got to let go, son. Like, this is costing your team. You're up by 3 points. You need every yard you can get. But now, Cleveland, what started off is 3rd and 2. And then it turned into 3rd and 12. Now we're looking at 3rd and 27. Penalties, mistakes. The great teams don't do them in these situations to this degree. You can't do it. Now we're looking at 3rd and 27 from the Cleveland 40-yard line, and now we've got to make an impossible play possible if we're Cleveland. From Cleveland's own 40-yard line, let's see what they call. Watson throws it over the middle here, and Njoku gets the catch, and the ball came out. The ball came out. Was he down? He says he was down. Pittsburgh says it's their ball. Let's see what the officials say here. Still waiting on the officials here to signal. And it's looking like one is saying it's going to be Pittsburgh's ball. Let's see. Lewis says fumble. Lewis is fired up about that fumble there. Lewis likes a good defense there and a good turnover. And so David Njoku, I was just about to say that he's making somebody in fantasy football happy, but not after that fumble. Let's see the replay. Oh, yeah, that ball was knocked out. That ball was knocked out. Great job by Holcomb there. He just came and just knocked that one out from behind. So excellent job. Clear recovery there by Pittsburgh. So that is a fumble, and that is indeed going to be football. Pittsburgh on football here. Wow. Let's see. Mike says, never seen quarterback roughing defense, man. He said, that's great. No, seriously, you're right about that. Like, that's just, I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what he's doing, but between the penalties, between the fumbles, what more do they need to do to try to cost themselves the game? They are literally saying, we don't want this game right now. Mike says, in your face. Let's see. Pickett throws it out of bounds there. Pressure is in his face. Do it out of bounds. 2nd and 10 coming up. Uh-oh, you see Myles Garrett limping there. You don't want to see that. If you're a Cleveland player, you don't want to see this guy limping. But it's good that he's able to walk off on his own there, but still, you don't want to see him limping. You need him right now. All right, but man, what a game this has turned into. Clearly, JB chose the correct Monday Night Football game to stream, although the other one was pretty good as well. But here we go, 2nd and 10 against Pittsburgh down 22-19. They give to Najee Harris. Najee Harris on the left side. He gets brought down from behind. And that's going to bring up 3rd down on the play. 3rd and 10 for the Pittsburgh 44-yard line. Let's see. Mike says Watson is making great passes. Just relax. Lewis says, yes, in your face, mask, huh? Face mad. Oh, man. We're going to have to change that to in your face mask at some point because this is just a lot. All right, well, we got 3rd and 10 right now. Under 10 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter, which means everything is ramping up that much more. Shotgun formation. Pickett brought down there by the defender who got him for the sack. And so Taki gets back there for the sack. And wow, with a name like that, I'd make more plays too. And so that's going to bring up 4th down. And so, man, who is going to win this game? Tremendous efforts by both sides. And so now we're going to get a punt. The last time Harvin came out there, I mean, he set them up tremendously inside the one. So let's see how this plays out. Punt on the way. And it's going to take a bounce. Let's see how it goes. And another tremendous one. Someone talk to Donovan People-Jones. Don't you dare get near the ball and potentially fumble it. You got to just stay away from the ball. I don't know what he was thinking on that play. He had a mental lapse, but he's lucky that he didn't touch that ball. But excellent punt there by Pittsburgh. And so the Browns about to start off from their own 6-yard line and see what they can do from there. Let's see. Mike says everybody going surfing. Surfs up, Lewis. Absolutely. And again, we're here in the fourth quarter. 9 minutes to go in this one. Browns are up 22-19. They have the football, but they're pinned deep, so they don't want to have to punt the ball from this far back in their own territory because obviously if you do that, you give Pittsburgh a great chance at the very least to get some type of field goal. But they've got to cut out the mistakes and the penalties. No more face mask there for Watson. If he does it again, I'm going to tape his fingers together so he can't grab the guy's mask. You just can't do it. You just can't do it. I don't know what he's trying to do out there, but you just can't do it because he's not just doing it. They will let the offensive player do a face mask. You can get away with that, but you can't just grab on like you're a lion that has grabbed a zebra or something like that and you're not letting go. You just can't do that. It's at some point it's too obvious to let go. So, and he's done, like, he got the personal foul. He's got the face mask penalty. I don't know what's going on through his head right now. You know, maybe he's just emotionally upset because of what happened to Nick Chubb. Maybe he's taking that to heart. But outside of that reasoning, I don't know what he's thinking. I don't know what he's thinking. Lewis says you don't mind this being the final score. Lewis says this is actually pretty good. He's like, let the defenses go out there and finish this one. He does not mind at all. I know Carmichael minds. I know he minds for sure. He does not want this to be the final score at all. At all. All right, so JB is busting out the tablet right now. Take a quick look at some of the stats that we have going on here. And no, I am not Tom Brady. I will not throw my tablet. Even if you check out the Buckeyes when I stream them on Saturday, no matter how the game goes, I will not throw my tablet. All right, but so far in this one, looking at both quarterbacks, Deshaun Watson, 18 of 31 for 190 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He has been sacked 3 times so far today, but he does have 5 carries for 19 yards on the ground as well, including a long run of 12 yards. For Pittsburgh, Kenny Pickett, 15 of 30 for 222 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, sacked twice so far in this one. His 1 carry was for -1 yard so far in this one. And we've got just over 9 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter of play. Cleveland with the football from their own 6-yard line. Watson up under center. Hands it to the back. And the back, it's going to be brought down for a loss on the play. He's going to lose 3 yards here. And so he certainly cannot lose another 3 yards. Otherwise, it's going to get the other team points here. So they have got to find a way. This starts with the offensive line of blocking here. And Ford has got to, first of all, protect the ball and make sure that he continues to at least get back to the line of scrimmage at the very least. But that Pittsburgh defense, they're coming. They are coming. Again, Ford so far in this one, 13 carries for 94 yards on the ground. All right, the Browns are going to line up in a shotgun here from their own 3-yard line. Take the snap. Watson looking, throws it. It's up high, but it's incomplete. There is no way that Amari Cooper is going to get to that one. No way. 3rd down coming up here. 3rd and 13. So this is critical right now. This is critical. If you're a Pittsburgh fan, you are really hoping that, well, first of all, you can get a safety. But if not a safety here, you would love it if they had to punt it from this deep within their own end zone here. So 3rd and 13. Let's see if the Browns play it conservative or if they try to pick up the first here. Let's see what they do. So far tonight, they are 4 of 13 on 3rd down conversion. So let's see if they can convert here out of the shotgun. And so Ford's going to line up wide. So we've got 5 wide here. Watson takes a snap. Offensive line gives him time. He throws it to the deep left, and Elijah Moore gets the catch. Was he able to stay in bounds? Yes, they call the catch. 16 yards and a first down takes it to the Cleveland 19-yard line. Big time play. You needed to have that play right there. Field position would have been horrible had you not gotten that. But let's make sure he was indeed in, and so that time he was able to stay in bounds. All right, Watson up under center. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back in the backfield from his own 19-yard line here. 7 minutes and 50 seconds to go. Take the snap, hands to the back, off the left guard, and stuck at the line of scrimmage. Pittsburgh said, nah, we're not going to let that happen. They blew the whistle there before forward progress. 2nd and 9 coming up. So the drive that started off from their own 6-yard line. Let's see how Cleveland does here. If you're Cleveland, you're already up, so you want to continue to get first downs. You don't mind the clock running, but at the same time, you still know you need to continue to score yourself here. And so they're trying to come up with the drive of the game right here. And when I say that, you take off ideally 4 minutes off the clock and score is what they're trying to do. Trips at the bottom of the formation, 1 receiver at the top, 1 back in the backfield. Pittsburgh showing blitz. And they send it. Play fake. Pressure's there. He fumbled the ball. He fumbled the ball. Oh, my goodness. He lost the ball, and Pittsburgh is going to score a touchdown. T.J. Watt takes it in the end zone. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Lewis says Pittsburgh. He'll drink to that. Wow. Watson did what you couldn't do there. So it wasn't his fault there, but at the same time, you got to always protect the ball. You're up. There's no need for turnovers here. And so Watson, once again, another mistake here. I mean, look at that. You just got him from behind there. So, again, there's nothing you can do there. Your tackles got beat there. But, man, you still got to protect the ball, though. You still have to protect the ball. It goes back to your drop back. It goes back to how you hold the ball. Braden says T.J. Watt touchdown. And the extra point is good. 26-22. Pittsburgh now leading with under 7 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. And the defense is fired up. Why are they fired up? Pittsburgh defense has scored 2 touchdowns in this game. Let's not forget that they scored on the first pass that Deshaun Watson threw that interception, which really wasn't his fault that time. It bounced off the tight end hands, and then it happened to be a pick 6, but still, it goes down as a defensive score. And so Pittsburgh defense responsible for more than half of their points in this one. Now Watson's going to have to really find a way to make a play with under 7 minutes to go for Cleveland to make up for this. Can he do it? Cast your vote now. 41 votes in. Pittsburgh leading the poll there. 54% of you said that Pittsburgh's going to win this game. Right now, Pittsburgh's up 26-22, but Cleveland. Can Deshaun Watson come through? Many times I've seen lots of quarterbacks struggle, and I'm not saying that he's struggling, but seeing quarterbacks go out there, but then the great ones, they make the plays when it matters the most. I give Baker Mayfield a lot of crap, but I've seen Baker Mayfield a couple of times when it matters the most come through in close games like this. So let's see what Deshaun Watson can do. This is what builds confidence from your teammates and you as a quarterback. If you can bounce back from a situation like this and lead them down there, a field goal will not be suffice. I mean, sure, there's enough time to where you can get a field goal, but you're thinking touchdown. You're thinking touchdown. So let's see what they do here. But this defense, they're thinking touchdown too. You scored 2 times. Why not a 3rd time? So let's see what happens here. Again, T.J. Watt and company, they went to work last time. Under 7 minutes left to go in this one. Both teams with 2 timeouts here, separated by 4 points. Multiple tight ends on the play. 1 receiver, 1 back. And they give it to Ford off the left side. Trying to elude from defenders here, still running, and look at him run up the sideline. Excellent job by Jerome Ford. I thought he was going to lose 4 yards. I thought he was going to lose 2 yards, but he kept his footing and ran that tightrope up the sideline and picked up a first down. Wow. Tremendous effort there because Pittsburgh had a feeling it was coming based upon the formation. They just didn't make the tackle. And so Jerome Ford saying, hey, I got this. He's saying the time is now. So we got a first down here, 6 minutes and 29 seconds to go here in the fourth. All right, so the referee is officially communicating what's going on here. And again, I can't hear the audio to see exactly what he's saying there. But all right, so they're saying 2nd and 1. Looking at the replay. All right, so where he stepped out of bounds at, they're going to mark him a yard shy of that first down marker. So, all right, 2nd and 1. Again, multiple tight ends, one back in the backfield. Jerome Ford, they're going to feed him again on this play off the left side, and he picks up 2 yards and a first down here. All right, with 6 minutes and 5 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter. And so, man, a close game, down by 4 points here. This is what you dream about, an opportunity to come out here and take the lead here and do it for your squad. In a divisional game on top of that, on the road, let's see what happens. Five wide. Coaching staff going to put their trust in him. Elijah Moore goes in motion. Watson in the pocket, throws it, and it's incomplete there. Pierre Strong unable to make the catch. 2nd and 10 coming up. So 5 minutes and 33 seconds to go. Me personally, aside from Cleveland running the ball, I would like to put Deshaun Watson on the move here and like give him one option. If it's not there, use your legs right now because we have got to move this ball right now. If I was Cleveland. And no more stiff arms from him, please. No more stiff arm penalties, personal fouls, face masks, none of that. All right, 2nd and 10. 5 minutes and 33 seconds left to go here. 5 seconds on the play clock. 5 wide for the Cleveland Browns. Deshaun Watson. He's moving in the pocket. Shakes away from one guy. 2 guys got him for the sack. Got him for the sack. And this is not what you can afford to do. Not what you can afford to do. It's like you're moving around in the pocket, but you're going to the wrong spaces. The great quarterbacks, they know where to step up at, and you've got to be able to feel that in the pocket. That's just something that you feel. And look at how he's moving in the pocket there. I mean, after he took that first wrong step there was no way to recover. Guys were all around him, but got to get that ball out of there. Got to get that ball out there quickly. All right, 3rd and 13. Watson. Looking. Watson taking a deep shot here. Oh, my goodness. Incomplete. Who was that intended for? And so, yeah, incomplete. Nobody on this planet could have made that reception right there. 4th down coming up. Lewis likes it. He likes defense there. So that's going to bring up 4th and 13. So the Browns will punt the ball. Keep in mind they have 2 timeouts. Obviously, the 2-minute warning later on. There's still 4 minutes and 44 seconds left to go. And quite frankly, if Pittsburgh's going to come out here, Najee Harris, he's got 9 carries for 42 yards. So if you're Pittsburgh, now is the time where you need him to step it up on the ground when you guys get the ball back. So punt's on the way. Let's see if we get a return here. Fair catch symbol, caught at the 25-yard line, and that's where Pittsburgh will take over with the football with 4 minutes and 37 seconds left to leave. And they're up by 4 points. So Pittsburgh up by 4 points. Let's see what they do. Lewis says, get you more points. We'll get you more pints. And so, absolutely. All right, so 2 tight ends here for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Got 2 receivers at the top of the screen here. Takes the snap, gives it to Harris up the middle, and Harris is going to pick up a yard, taking it to the Pittsburgh 26-yard line here in the fourth quarter. Again, 4 minutes and 28 seconds to go. Pittsburgh leading right now 26-22. So 2nd and 9 coming up. Najee Harris on the night, 10 carries, 43 yards, so averaging 4.3 yards per carry. And let's see if they continue to ride him. Again, if you're Pittsburgh, you just want that clock to continue to move, pick up some first downs here, and continue to move until you get in position to score and try to ice this one. You get a chance to try to ice this game here and try to take the will away from this team. Who wants it more? And line up in a shotgun again. Multiple tight ends, 2 receivers, 1 back. Snaps it, give it to Jalen Warren. Jalen Warren's going to try to go to the outside of the left. And look at him keeping his balance and picks up 8 yards on the play. We got a 3rd and short situation coming up here. And this is a big one right here on 3rd down. If you're at Cleveland, you are doing everything within your powers to get a stop right now. That is more. You're going to need every second in that clock. I mean, the deep game has not been there for Cleveland right now. It's been mostly the ground game that has kept you in this. So you're going to need every second possible. So you got to get a stop right here. Let's see if the defense can rise to the occasion here. Or as Lewis would say, bear down. Big 3rd down right now for both teams. 3rd and 1. Out of the shotgun formation. Pickens goes in motion. And Kenny Pickett's going to keep it, and Kenny Pickett is going to lose it. I don't like that play call. I just don't like that play call there. I just don't. That's not something I would have called there. Don't like that play call. They lost 2 yards on the play there. Cleveland called the timeout to reserve 2 minutes and 59 seconds to go here. So under 3 minutes to go in the 4th quarter of play, and Pittsburgh will be punting the ball. And so Cleveland will get another opportunity down by 4 to try to make a play. But big time stop, though, for Cleveland. That's what you needed to have there. They put Pickens in motion there to try to distract you with that one, but Pickett kept it himself and was unable to. 4th and 4 coming up. I'd rather he just line them up under on the line of scrimmage, up under center, and then just quarterback sneak it that way. If you're going to run it Kenny Pickett, just quarterback sneak it that way. And if not, then you punt it there. But I don't like that play right there at all. Lewis says, what kind of play was that? Lewis, I don't know. I wouldn't have done it. Braden says, bad play call. Agreed, JB. And so, yeah, that was not wise at all. Unless you're, of course, rooting for Cleveland. Then it was just brilliant, right? But absolutely. But, man, what a great game it's been so far in this one. We've got 2 minutes and 55 seconds to go. Sorry, 2 minutes. Well, they put 3 minutes and 2 seconds on the clock there. So, all right, so 3 minutes and 2 seconds. So they punt the ball. And it is going to be fair catch at his own 25-yard line. So Cleveland will have to go 75 yards in less than 2 minutes and 55 seconds if they want to score a touchdown and try to take the lead in this one. And even then, if you do score, you still would have to stop them. So a lot right now on the line for both of these teams. The difference between 2-0, 0-2, 1-1, all of that on the line. Divisional game here. Can Watson do it? Let me know your thoughts. Who will win this game? Put it in the chat right now. If you got Cleveland, put Cleveland. If you got Pittsburgh, put Pittsburgh. Who's going to win? Can Watson do it? From his own 25. Takes the snap. There's a penalty, and they're going to blow this one dead. We got another penalty. We got another penalty. What is Cleveland doing? False start on the offense, backs them up. So instead of it being 75 yards to go, make that now 80 yards to get to the end zone now. And an offense in which we are barely moving the ball when we do pass the ball. This is what they do. So cannot continuously shoot yourself in the foot like that and expect to win the game. At some point in time, it's just going to be too much. You're making it a lot more difficult than it has to be. All right, takes a snap here. This time he has time, so he throws it down to David Bell, and David Bell picks up 8 yards on the play. He's got 3 catches for 27 yards so far in this one. Goes out of bounds, so that's 2 minutes and 49 seconds. Makes it 2nd and 8 from their own 28-yard line. Again, Cleveland is down by 4 points, so they need a touchdown. And with 1 timeout remaining, you certainly can't afford to give Pittsburgh the ball back. So this is basically trying to win the game on this drive here. All chips are on the table. And Watson looking, throws it. Amari Cooper gets the catch there, picks up 7 yards on the play, 8 yards. They're going to mark him for the first down. Cool. 2 minutes and 44 seconds left to go here in the 4th quarter. And so that's what you got to continue to do. Make plays here, make plays there, keep the chains moving. Takes a snap on first down. Watson throws it and gets the completion to Elijah Moore, takes it to midfield, picks up 14 yards on the play. 2 minutes and 32 seconds to go. The clock is still moving. So they are lining up here, moving with a sense of urgency. I feel like if they do move with a sense of urgency, it could only help them. Offensive line got to protect, though. Watson looking. Watson running. Watson picks up about 3 yards, 4 yards on the scramble. And so now we got second down here, and looks like they're content to take this one to the 2-minute warning. Again, Cleveland with 1 timeout remaining. So we're at the 2-minute warning here, and they're going to be facing 2nd and 7 from the Pittsburgh 47-yard line. Lewis says no OT. Lewis, a lot would have to happen for us to get to OT. Cleveland would have to score a touchdown first, and then after that, Pittsburgh would have to have enough time to go down there and kick a field goal. But anything can happen. It can happen. Technically, it can happen. But Lewis is like, no JBOT. But nah, we got just 2 minutes left to go in this one. And we are at the commercial right now. So if you're just listening in, we're at the commercial right now, not missing anything right now. 2-minute warning. So far, Deshaun Watson, he is 22 of 38 so far for 235 yards through the air, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He's also got 6 carries for 22 yards, but what it doesn't show is that he's been sacked 5 times, and that fumble that he had was huge because it led to Pittsburgh scoring. And then you have the multiple penalties on Deshaun Watson for trying to stiff arm somebody. Personal foul on one, face mask on the other one. And so, like, stuff like that you cannot continuously do. I literally saw them go from 3rd and 2 to holding penalty, 3rd and 12. That happens. And then another penalty, make it 3rd and 27. Those are the things got to avoid, especially in a close game like this. Can't do it. But a game that comes down to the wire. Oh, man, can you guys imagine if Cleveland did win this, the disappointment on Carmichael's face, if Cleveland were to win? Like the pure anger, I can sense it already. And again, just a reminder that, yes, the next stream will be on Thursday. That will be my next stream. And it will be the Giants versus 49ers. So be sure to tune in for that one. Again, with 2 minutes left to go. All right, so here we go. We're turning back to the action here for the final 2 minutes of this game. And what a game it has been. Watson out of the shotgun. Ball at the Pittsburgh 47-yard line. Pressure. Watson avoided it. Throws that one away. So it's good job just avoiding the sack and just throwing the ball away. Live to see another down. 3rd and 7 coming up here in the 4th with 1 minute and 53 seconds left to go. And that time, yeah, 37 came in and really could have made that play there, but luckily for him, Watson was able to avoid that. But here we go, 3rd and 7. Watson shakes off one guy, running, and brought down in midfield there, which is going to bring up 4th down. This time, Riley said, I will not be shook off this time. He said, I will bring him down. 4th down is coming up. So here on 4th down, got to make a play. 4th and 10, which is really still, even though it's 4th down here, 4th and 10, not that bad, but you got to make it happen here. Because if you don't do it here, that is game. All right, so shotgun formation here. Offensive line has got to give him time. Let's see. What is Watson going to do? 5 wide. Watson in the pocket. Throws it to the right side and is incomplete. And so that, Deshaun Watson looking for a penalty there. Browns are looking for it, but it wasn't there. That's just great defense there. So that is going to be a wrap. And Pittsburgh has gotten their first win of the season here in a slugfest here. But, man, this game is all about Nick Chubb. I mean, just knowing that Nick Chubb is going to have the recovery that he's going to have to go through there, heart goes out to him first and foremost. But outside of that, I mean, what a game it has been. All right, now looking at that replay, I feel like the officials, they don't want to be responsible for, extending the game there, so that they're not going to call something like that. But JB's going to go ahead and end the poll. JB Nation was correct, as in Pittsburgh was going to win. Braden says, good night, JB. See you on Thursday. Yeah, good night to you guys. See you on Thursday. Thank you guys for coming through. It has been a great one here. Congratulations, Pittsburgh, for the win. If you're a Pittsburgh fan, congratulations for your team here. Big win. Divisional game. It wasn't easy, but it was one you had to have, and you went out there and got the W. Braden says 13-3 this week in his pick'ems, and so, yeah, JB's going to probably check that out another time, see how bad I did, but wow. What a performance. And that's going to be game in this hard-fought game. But thank you guys for coming through. And again, if you made it to the end of this one and somehow you're not subscribed, make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. And feel free to come back out and join us on Thursday, which will be the next live stream that I will be doing. Again, that's going to be the Giants on the road at the San Francisco 49ers. And so hopefully we'll get a good game out of that. But, of course, if you can't make that one, we've got college football Saturday, which I haven't set up yet, but it will be Ohio State and Notre Dame. Best believe that. And then whatever Sunday night football game is, that'll be me as well. Lewis says, great stream, JB, till Thursday. Congratulations there, Lewis. 16-3 so far on the stream in terms of your picks. So, hey, you're getting rich. Pretty soon, you're going to be the one with your own studio and stuff like that. But appreciate you guys for coming out. JB will end the stream here. Do have work in the morning. But thanks again for coming out, everybody. Take care, and see you guys next